up, and welcome back to the Section 10 podcast, episode 511, presented by Underdog Fantasy. It is the home of your 81-81 third place Boston Red Sox. My name is Jared Carrabis, and I am a certified G and a bona fide stud, and you can't teach that. And this right here, this is Coley Mick, and he's 7 foot tall, and you can't teach that. And this right here, this is Tyler Milliken, and he killed his dog Bullet, and you can't teach that. Bada boom. Realest guys in the room. Steve, how you doing?
Ooh, what up, Section 10 in the building?
In the mother fucking building. Presented by Blue Moon.
Suck one.
Produced by Jake Yazzie.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, Jake. It is what? Fucking Wednesday? Wednesday. Game 3 of the NLCS is literally about to take place at the time of this recording, so there might be some reactions to Game 3 of that series. I'm just going to say it right now. I can't fucking wait for this playoff run to be over. I am so just over it in terms of like how fucking stupid the internet is. Like, I can't do it with like the Yankees being in the playoffs and me clearly trying, like, I'm not winning anywhere. Like, I'm clearly trying to jinx them by saying they're not going to lose, Yankees in 4, and it's pissing off the Guardians fans because they're like, you don't fucking believe in us? What the fuck? And then the Yankee fans are like, stop fucking trying to jinx us, bro. Your bit is fucking lame. So like, I'm just pissing off everyone, and I'm already too committed to the bit. So I've got to ride it out at this point. But man, is it fucking annoying to just watch this series take place.
The series sucks, though. Like, you should be doing that over anything else because the series is boring as hell. So it's better to have a bit than just like sit through a boring ass ALCS.
I guess, but it's like, how many dumb people are there that don't get it? There's so many fucking dumb people, and I'm just tired. I'm tired of being like, really? Like you've got even Red Sox fans like, really, dude? You're blowing the Yankees. You switch sides. I'm like, God damn it! Like, how? I mean, what did you expect the reaction to be?
What did you think the reaction was going to be? This is kind of what I would have expected. That's not going to make anybody excited.
If I did this in 2018, 2019, I feel like 90% get it. I don't know if it's because we've gone so long with the Red Sox not being good that people are like, oh, I guess now he likes the Yankees, so because the Red Sox have gone so long without winning. Like, if this happened in 19, everyone gets the bit, everyone's going along with it, and it is what it is. But now it's like there are Red Sox fans who think I'm supporting the Yankees. There are Yankee fans who get it that are like, stop trying to jinx us. And then Guardians fans are like, why don't you believe in us? I'm just like, you know what? Let's move on to
you don't deserve
football season.
Sorry, Guardians fans.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, at what point? Like, even if I meant the Yankees in 4, it's like, am I wrong? I haven't been wrong so far. It's fucking 2-0.
Well, that's the shitty part of the playoffs for me. It's like just looking at the American League and number one, the pathetic standing of it compared to the baseball you're seeing played in the National League overall. But it's also like, whether you want to talk offseason or trade deadline, if the Red Sox had invested differently, it was clear how much of an open path there was. If you had just, made that jump and were above a mediocre baseball team, you get 5 wins or whatever it may be.
That's the crazy part here and I've been asking around to people, like, do you recall, like, older folks, do you recall an easier path to the world? Because now I'm just saying how I actually feel. Like, I'm just training wheels are off and I'm just saying how I actually feel. On Baseball is Dead, I was like, this doesn't feel like the ALCS because the Guardians to me are not a top 2 American League representative type team this year. They're just not. Like, I'm not saying they suck. I'm not saying they're bad. They're just like not a top 2 representative from the American League. And they haven't played like it. They look like shit. They make errors. Like, they're throwing balls to the backstop. They're walking everyone. Like, I'm not wrong about it. And as a baseball fan, if it was Houston, there were people that would be saying, Oh, great. Houston for the 8th straight year. This is boring. But it would have been like, what, the third time they've squared off in the ALCS, and the Yankees have never beaten them. There's history there. There's a storyline. It's two teams where it's like, all right, we've got a good rotation. We've got a good backhand. We've got guys that can hit home runs. What the fuck do the Guardians do well? Like, it's just such a, I don't understand how I'm in the minority for saying this is a disappointing matchup. It's been a boring series, and it is like, I'm not trying to poke and prod Yankee fans when I'm like, this is the easiest path to the World Series that I've ever seen. I can't recall an easier one. Can any of you?
The whole series is bad. Like, I think the Phillies and Padres are better than both of these teams. Like, that's the Yankees too. Like,
easily.
The Yankees aren't good. Like, I don't say that as a Red Sox fan being like, oh, they're about to win the World Series. I genuinely view Mets, Dodgers as I would view Peyton versus Tom Brady. Like, the AFC Championship always used to be the Super Bowl. Didn't matter if the fucking Chicago Bears were there. Like, they were going to lose. It was the Super Bowl is happening right now in the NLCS. I was watching the game last night and I was like,
the division series was that.
That's what I mean. Like, I was watching the game last night. Rizzo was getting in a pickle between second and third. Jazz gets picked off second. Rocchio fucking sucks. He looked like he played for the Red Sox, dropping pop flies. Even Jose Ramirez was almost dropping pop flies. Insane. And I was like, this is not like, I had to remind myself, oh yeah, this is the Seattle, like the winner of this goes to the World Series. It's awful. And we only sound like we hate the Yankees because we're Red Sox fans. No, it's bad. I'm like, when I talk to Yankee fans in private, they're like, yeah, this is not good. Like, we don't, even talking to Kev, he's like, I don't think the Yankees are the greatest team on earth, but the path is just, everyone's bad in the AL. Like, of course we can get there.
Even rooting against the Yankees and pointing out that Aaron Judge has done next to nothing this postseason, it's not even that fun to do that, because even with Judge sucking, and it's funny because like he hits the homer, oh look, dude, sorry, he's hitting 167 now, and he got a home run, and it looked like the wind kind of blew it out. I don't think he even.
And they were already winning.
That's
it.
They were winning. It's like it doesn't really even matter, but it doesn't. Like when they have like that drone shot, by the way, the drone shot in LA looked really cool, and that kind of matched. Oh, okay, we got like Dodgers, Mets, two teams that actually could win the World Series. A lot of storylines there. They did the drone shot over Yankee Stadium as we're here for Game 2 of the ALCS. I'm like, this isn't the ALCS. This doesn't like the stake. It doesn't feel like the stakes are there. It doesn't feel like whoever wins goes to the World Series. It's just basically a bye for the Yankees to the World Series. But that's not even roasting them.
Thank you for validating me, because I feel like I've been losing my fucking mind for a week now, where like you've got people that listen to Baseball is Dead that are like, get Jared off the show because these takes are crazy.
Close the YouTube channel.
They literally were like, these takes are so clearly like bias Yankee, like anti-Yankee bias takes that it's taking away from the quality of the show. Get them off the show. And I'm right about all of it. All of it. Like, it's crazy to me that like you have these people. They're like, why are you poo-pooing the ALCS? Are we watching the same fucking games?
But aren't these people aren't these fans of the teams though? Like, that doesn't really count. If your team's in it, I mean, let's be honest with the Celtics. Like, you know, there's some playoff matchups where I'm like, oh, this is such a cakewalk. Like, if you're not involved in this, of course, I loved it. But I also can acknowledge, like, out-of-town fans being like, this is boring. Because it was boring.
The difference was that was dominance on a level that very few teams have ever exerted.
Yeah, and obviously the Yankees are not in that level. Of course,
the Yankees shouldn't have won either of these two games. Like, they should have lost both of them. They had bases. The Guardians had bases loaded in back-to-back innings. They barely got a run across. Like, this is not dominance. They're like, Garrett Cole was awful yesterday. Terrible.
He was not good.
He got the native Aldi call though.
No, he got bailed out. But it's every first inning the Yankees have like the bases loaded and at best get one run or strike out or get a double play. But it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't. You're not at home like, all right, we got out of it. It doesn't even make it fun for us to root against the Yankees. No. I'm like, they're gonna win this series.
I don't even feel comfortable tweeting how I feel about these games anymore because of all the people that piss and moan about it. So I text like the Baseball is Dead group text. They're correct takes, Jake. Like I even said, I was like, never mind the Guardians not winning a game. They may not have a lead in this series. And to this point, they haven't. Like, I don't know. I don't know what it is about what's out there on the internet for this ALCS or this postseason, but people just can't handle the truth. Like, they want to prop up this ALCS like it's like, man, what a showdown.
Luke Weaver.
The two best top dogs in the American League. It's like, what
they
the
knocked
fuck
out Bybee? No way.
They got to Bybee? Well, at least, don't let us win tonight, because then we got fucking Matthew Boyd in game 3 and fucking Woody Williams in game 4. Like, what are we talking about? Jake Westbrook is going to get out there and start chucking innings for the guards.
I feel tremendously embarrassed watching this series as a Red Sox fan. Like, these teams are not good. And we had Passan on earlier this year when he was making fun of us when we stunk at the beginning of the year. And I said, the AL's bad. Like, I do think we could win the American League. And they could have. They absolutely could have. And it's infuriating. These years come along. Like, not everyone who wins a champion is an all-time great. You just happen to be the best that year. It was a winnable AL. Now, the World Series, different animal. I assume the National League's going to win, and I hope they fucking do, because the Yankees are obviously going to be there. My hope is that they're so quick that they have like a Rockies-like layoff, back in 07. I hope the NL goes 7, and I hope the team comes out of it healthy and is ready to fucking go, because this sucks. But I do have a question. Mm-hmm. Would you sign up right now for the Yankees winning the World Series if it meant Soto left? Not even came to the Red Sox, just left.
Yes.
You know what? I would sign up for the Underdog Fantasy app is what I was
Sure. Well, we already have that. 100%. We've already all long signed up and used
Yeah.
promo code Jared. Like, everyone, if you haven't done that, I mean, what an asshole.
Yeah, that's crazy, because October is when baseball legends are made. Begin your road to greatness on Underdog, where you can make picks on all your favorite player stats. All you have to do is choose higher or lower on things like strikeouts, total bases, and home runs. You can win up to 1,000 times your money playing their pick'em game. Sign up for Underdog using the promo code Jared. That's JARED, and you'll get a free pick as part of your first cash entry, plus up to $1,000 in bonus bets when you deposit. Again, that's promo code Jared, JARED. Cash in on every home run during the playoffs with Underdog. Can you repeat that question for the people, Coley?
Yeah. Would you sign up right this second for the Yankees winning the World Series, which would be most painful for me, is like the biggest anti-Aaron Judge will never win anything guy on the internet. Would you sign up right now for the Yankees winning the World Series if it meant Soto left in free agency? Not even necessarily came to the Red Sox, just left.
No.
Okay. All right.
I don't think there's any scenario where I can sign up for the Yankees winning the World Series.
Okay. But picture a world. Do you think, and I'm not going to say I believe in this, but if the Yankees win the World Series, does that offer some kind of kick in the ass to the Red Sox in ownership?
I'm glad you said that.
I'm
glad you said that, Tyler.
There's 1,000 DMs about that, so we can.
Okay.
Let's address that right off rip, because I keep seeing this on Twitter too. Maybe it'll be good if the Yankees win the World Series, because then the Red Sox will be like, now we need to try. Not in any fucking simulation does that motivate. Like, the Red Sox, like John Henry's just going to be like, God damn it! The Yankees win the World Series. Get me Juan Soto. Like, it's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen. That's not a thing. The people over there that care about the Red Sox care about the Red Sox. The people over there that care about the numbers care about the numbers, and the people that are more attracted to the other things that are going on in Fenway Sports Group, like it's just that Yankees World Series title, I'm telling you right now, will move the needle zero on Jersey Street.
Does John Henry even know the Yankees are in the ALCS? Like, I think that's a fair question.
You guys got the Fenway Sports Group update today, right? That they have completely moved off of the Celtics, and they're now focused on the LeBron plan, which will be buying a team in Las Vegas once he retires, or expansion. That's what we're getting out of FSG right now.
Whatever, man.
Whatever, man.
Great. That team's going to fucking stink. I love that. Yeah. I'm all in on that.
But even if you look at, the ALCS and the NLCS right now, like 3 of the 4 teams, 3 of them are the top 3 in luxury tax payroll in all of baseball. So you can make this argument whatever way you want here. Clearly, the teams that are spending are 3 of the final 4. So if that doesn't send a message to you, even if you look at the Dodgers and the Yankees and you say, well, that's just throwing money. The Mets, who made major mistakes. The Mets, who made major mistakes with Verlander and Scherzer, while not fielding a team that's maybe as expensive as a roster as those other 2 teams, they've been able to stay competitive and do that thing because they're willing to still spend to a significant degree.
All the Red Sox gotta do is spend a little money.
I don't know where that came from.
Hey, John Henry, spend some money.
Yeah.
Money.
The Yankees win the World Series. Will the Red Sox spend some money this offseason?
All right.
That's crazy.
I gotta say though, and we since we're basically talking about it right now, we did get it like literally 1,000 DMs about this. And there's no chance, right? If the Yankees win the World Series, it moves nothing. It changes no scenario for the Red Sox ownership group.
Nope.
To be like, we gotta go now. Like, if anything, they're still gonna look at the fact that it's 4 titles this century, and finally the Yankees are slowly catching up. They're not gonna feel any kind of pressure to do extra stuff because the Yankees won a World Series. No chance, especially with how easy the American League is. No way.
Yeah, that hurts me more than anything. I think. I know we talk about the Red Sox-Yankees rivalry here. It's dormant. I don't know when it'll come back. I mean, it obviously will come back when the Red Sox are good again. But I think outside of, the Red Sox-Yankees rivalry just isn't a thing right now. Maybe even more so than the Yankees winning the World Series itself. I think I'll probably be most bothered by the fact that it doesn't change anything as far as the Red Sox are concerned. Back then, I mean, forget winning the World Series. If the Yankees acquired a player via trade or free agency, there was an immediate chain reaction. It's like, oh, you signed this guy? Well, we traded for this guy. Oh, you traded for that guy? Well, we just signed this guy. Fuck you. It was tit for tat. The Yankees winning the World Series this year, I mean, the Red Sox have their plans. It's just like baseball front offices. It's not even like, I guess it is a Red Sox thing, but it's also not a Red Sox thing. Front offices are just constructed so much differently now than they were back then. It was like fantasy baseball back in the day or like a video game back in the day. Whereas now they've run their simulations, they've got their algorithms, and they've hired their nerds to be like, this is our offseason plan. This is plan A, B, C, and D, and we'll probably end up on plan E because we're not going to execute the first 4.
But you'll still have owners in this day and age that would take something like that personally and would actually give yourself an extra oomph into the offseason. And the thing that makes me the most sad is that when all these messages came in from our listeners about would the Yankees winning give them a kick in the ass to make moves, I immediately it was an immediate no. It wasn't like a think about it no. Like at other times it would have been like, oh, yeah, and maybe this scenario, maybe that. No, it was an immediate. There's no chance that's going to have any impact on the Red Sox offseason, and that's what makes me sad, honestly. Not like it need. And I'm not necessarily saying like that. Oh, it better make them change all their plans. You would at least want your front office to be a little pissed off that your biggest rival just won a World Series, and maybe give you a little bit more motivation to be the ones lifting the trophy the next year, but you just know that's not going to be the case.
Well, on the flip side, what the fuck have the Yankees done in response to the Red Sox winning 4? Like, I guess they signed
what was their biggest move
2 years later.
Cole.
Yeah. That was 2 years later after 18. What'd they do after 13? Nothing. What'd they do after, I mean,
that was one of the best parts of the Red Sox winning because the Yankees kept like not going all in.
Yeah.
They signed Jacoby.
Oh yeah, they went all in.
We're going to give on Jacoby Ellsbury.
Oh yeah,
that was pretty sick. Yeah. They ran back the Damon play, kind of.
Exactly.
They were like, this hurt them, and everyone was like, that guy was always a Yankee, so we're fine with this.
He fulfilled the prophecy. Like, good luck with that, Chief. Yeah, I mean, they had that monster offseason, obviously going into 2009, but that wasn't an immediate response to 2007. That was 2 years later.
They got Brian Cashman that offseason as well. 5 years, 85.
Huh?
They got what?
Did I say Brian McCann? What name did I just say?
You just said Brian Cashman.
Yeah, sorry.
He signed himself to a 5-year
deal. That's
come on,
crazy contract. Cashman sitting up there like, look at how much I paid myself. I'd watch that. That'd be sick.
Yeah.
Sox win the World Series and he's just giving himself a bonus for some reason. Like,
He's
what?
got 2 phones. He's like,
Good job, mate. Yeah.
How does 585 sound, baby? Woo! Oh yeah, sign on the dotted line. Monday.
Babe, you are not going to believe this. I just signed the biggest contract with myself.
Yeah,
it's huge.
I just got off the phone with Brian Cashman, and he was like, "Hey, do you want to make a shit ton of money?" I said yes. I was like, "Yep, sign me up." 585. That was the final offer.
Okay, they did even more that offseason. They signed Carlos Beltran that offseason and Masahiro Tanaka.
After what? 13.
Yes.
How old was Beltran then? Like 35?
Oh, yeah. He had to be old.
38.
37.
37.
Yeah.
Okay. So he was like a bench coach.
Yeah, monster offseason. Yeah.
Signed Cashman, Beltran.
Yeah, 585 for Cashman.
This is the greatest offseason of all time.
McCann 5 for 85 is insane.
Brian McCann back in the day, man.
That was what McCann got?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't even remember him playing for the Yankees at all.
No,
he was ass. Him and Brett Gardner both being bald, yelling at minorities. They loved it.
Yeah. I don't remember Brian McCann as a Yankee at all. I remember him as an Astro and a Brave.
14 to 16.
Yeah, 235 average over 3 years, 405 games.
He got MVP votes with a 750 OPS. What the fuck was going on?
Well, when do MVP votes? Yeah, because it says 24th in MVP votes. It's like, come on, man. You should not be in the discussion at this point. He was like 50th in MVP voting.
Yeah, dude, I finished 24th, brother.
He was right between Russell Martin and Michael Brantley.
Okay.
Love it.
They did go for it in 14.
Mm-hmm. They went for it. Well, so how do you guys feel right now watching the Yankees up 2-0 in the ALCS? Like, you having fun?
No, like I said, I feel embarrassed because there's no reason they couldn't have been here. None.
I find it hard to disagree. Like, I really do. The way that they played up until the All-Star break and how their style of play, there's no reason, and especially how they played against the Yankees, there's no reason why the Red Sox shouldn't be going to the World Series. I think they get dildoed by
Series season.
That's fine.
The Dodgers or the Mets or the Padres or whomever, but like, there's no reason why they shouldn't have at least been in the dance in the American League.
That's it. Just get in. Just punch your ticket and then see what happens. They said, we're all set. That's annoying. I need them very much to understand preseason expectations and trade deadline expectations can't be the same. They just can't. No. And now, like, everyone I read or listen to is just like, they're for sure not going to sign a starter. They're going to trade for one. It's like, can you be more stupid? Like, could you? I don't think that they could.
I just wish that we had a little bit more transparency, maybe. Like, I understand, like, they can't come out and say, like, yeah, like, we're targeting Max Fried.
Well, they kind of have. It sounds like I would be shocked at this point of the offseason if Tanner Scott signs anywhere else. Everyone who's connected to the team at all
Tanner Scott, baby.
is like, they're exciting Tanner Scott. That was in the bag. So looking at everyone else, who else should we like? If we don't sign Tanner Scott, I will be genuinely shocked.
You're talking like 4 years, like 48-ish for something like that.
Whatever.
Who gives a fuck?
No, but just for them, it's such an interesting change to see them, want to invest 4 years into something like that for a 30-year-old reliever and like completely jump back at the idea of, signing a 30-year-old starting pitcher. It's like, holy fuck, we can't even contemplate something along those lines.
The 30s thing drives me. They're all 30. Like, everyone you're going to look at is like 30 years old. It's like
every agency, unless you're Garrett Cole.
Yeah, it's like, this is how the sport goes. You have to exist for X amount of years, and then you become 30 and you're a free agent. So the stuff in your 30s is always crazy to me. It's like, yeah, you almost have to be 30.
You know what's crazier, Steve?
What's
the
up?
fact that Yamamoto came here at 25 and Juan Soto will be a free agent at 25. And they're like, that is way too much money. This guy, no,
he's too young. He's not enough experience.
How do we know Juan Soto's good? I mean, like, come on, he's only 25. He's not even a grown man yet.
Yeah,
he can barely rent a car. We're gonna give him $700 million. Come on,
1 year in the AL.
Yeah, it is.
It's tough.
The Yankees last year finished like 2 games ahead of us. Like they were in 4th place. We barely. They barely
finished over 500. They basically had the season we just had. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
but you saw
went out. They traded like their young pitcher for Juan Soto.
Well, on top of it, and then even like the Cashman message, which was like, I'm so disgusted and sickened overall by us even being anywhere near the 500 line, where the Red Sox are like 3 years of mediocrity. Like, cool. Like the state of the build is strong now. Like, I think now we're going to turn it up. I will say, I do think there's a constant thread of Kennedy, Breslow, and Cora all promising something beyond, we're going to be more aggressive now. I think it's time to focus on the present more than the future. Like they've all kind of pieced these things together where if you line up the quotes on opening day, you can be like, all right, well, what the fuck were you talking about? But yeah, no one wants to hear it. Everyone, you post any kind of quote and they're like, shut the fuck up. Keep it away from me. And I don't blame anyone from feeling that way.
That's a you problem. What I'm worried about is they're going to spend money and it's going to be on a bat. And they're going to then empty out the farm system for a pitcher. That's my primary concern right now, when they just simply don't have to do that. And they're going to be like, see, we spent. And then when they're bad next year, they're going to be like, well, why did you guys told us to spend? We spent.
It's to me like where I keep kind of running back, because you look at like Max Fried and Corbin Burns. Those guys are going to get QOs. You don't have to think about it. Blake Snell, not going to have a QO, was the best pitcher in all of baseball in the second half in terms of ERA and
as
FIP.
he always is.
Yeah, and I think he grew up a lot this year. Like for a guy who, came in late, had injuries fuck him up. You saw Jordan Montgomery going back and forth with Scott Boras. He got healthy and he was like, fuck it. I'm going to pitch my ass off in the second half and send a message to everyone. Like, yes, he's going to be the oldest of that trio of starting pitchers entering his age 32 season. But like even something like that, if you're looking for like 5 years, like similar to the Carlos Rodon deal, probably a little bit more than that, you should get in on that. There's no QO attached. Why not have that conversation?
I think one of the big things last year with Snell was they said he didn't, which is weird, but he didn't align with like Bailey's philosophies because he's more of a nibbler. He's more of a biter. He's not trying to like hammer the zone. It's obviously not how he pitches. Like Blake Snell will walk 6 guys and he's fine with that. He's very comfortable doing that. I think they have to I understand they want the rest of the unit listening to Andrew Bailey. I agree with you. Like Blake Snell is the most obvious guy that if they don't want to, I think he'd even take it 3 years. I don't even think it would take 5.
If you can do super high, and this is where the AAV thing, because he has Boris, we know he's going to be looking for that money. But I don't know. Like I look at
the money.
I like Max Fried a ton, but another guy, he's going to be entering his age 31 season. 96 percentile ground ball percentage.
Oh,
Corbin Burns is over 80. So like, if you're looking for a guy
80 years old.
You think the defense is so horrendous for the Red Sox infield.
Driver's license is in hieroglyphics.
But like if the Red Sox infield defense is such a problem and such a question mark, Blake Snell, he's going to miss bats. Don't worry about the ball being put in play. Like, so that's where, even if he may not line up with Bailey's philosophy, and he cut his walk rate down in a big way this year. I think it went from, close to 5 to 3.8 per 9. Like that's another way you could factor him into that convo.
Looking at these big targets, one of the scariest things is realizing that everyone else knows the American League is weak right now and that the path to the World Series is not going to be that hard. And I trust those other teams to outspend the Red Sox and be more committed than the Red Sox to getting to the World Series. And what's up?
Rangers.
Like anybody. Do you expect the Red Sox to outbid a long list of teams with what they've done recently?
In a way, yes.
In theory, they'd be due for it, but they've been due for it. It's not like...
I think it's break it down. Other teams also don't want to spend.
Let's break it down. The Rangers...
We're breaking it down right now?
We're going to break it down. We're going to break it down.
I'm busting it.
The Seager deal, the Simeon deal, the DeGrom deal. I'm not really worried about the Rangers outbidding the Red Sox for... but I think...
Evaldi's probably gone.
He could be. He might not be. But the thing that is... I don't know what the adjective would be here.
Scherzer's money coming off the books too, right?
The thing that gives me pause about this offseason and what we're asking the Red Sox to do, right? We want them to be super aggressive. We want them to make a big trade. We want them to sign a big free agent. And I feel like I've said this before, but the offseason where David Price was a free agent was like very obvious who the guy was. Like, that's the guy. He's pitched in the American League East. He's pitched well at Fenway Park. All right, maybe we can look past the playoffs thing. Like, we got to get there first, and we haven't been there in 2 years. So let's go get this guy. I don't know that the David Price equivalent is out there, like via trade or free agency.
Corbin Burns?
I was going to say Burns just did it in the division, and I like.
Yeah.
But like the strikeouts per 9 are going down every single year over 3 years. And he kind of faded in the second half. I know he had a great start in the playoffs, but he faded in the second half. He's going to, how many years do you think he's going to get, T-Dog? Fucking
I think
7?
he's getting, 7 or 8. I think you're talking that David Price range.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Like, when he gets here, are you like, holy fuck, Corbin Burns, let's go. Like, now we go. I don't feel that way. I don't feel that way. I don't.
I've been a little bit of a Corbin Burns, like, not hater, but I just hadn't dove super deep into like how he finished the year, and he did finish it on a strong note. And say what you will, yeah, the Caper 9's gone down 3 years in a row. The velocity and everything actually ticked up this year from where it was a year ago. And you go beyond that, ground balls, he's now generating a lot more, 81st percentile.
Caper 9 going down, I understand it's a red flag. It doesn't bother me as much, especially when a guy's maturing and still getting outs, because I just think he knows how to pitch better now. Like, mentally, I think he just understands pitching more.
Sure. That would be my question, because he's still getting chased at an elite rate. And if the stuff's the same, so is this just him working deeper? Last 3 years, and you can't say this about Snell or Fried, at least 190 innings.
Is he going into age 31 or 32?
He's going into age 30.
Now.
Or age 31, excuse me.
Oh, okay.
No, he's 29 today. He's going into his age 30 season.
Yeah, no, Coley's right. I wrote
I'm looking at
twice.
He's literally his birthday's next week.
So he's going into age 30 next year.
Correct.
Youngest of the trio.
Like, I can't care about, you're not, it's baseball contracts. You understand when you're signing someone like this, the last 2 or 3 years are going to be shit. And you have to be fine with that. You're paying for the next 5 years. Do you think he can be good the next 5 years, or at least a number 2, even by year 4? That's worth the money to me. It's not my money, obviously, but it's very worth it to me.
We go through specific players, but that's why I get back to like the general mentality of a lot of teams right now and how they view the league as an easier path to get to the World Series in the American League. Like, if you go team by team, then maybe this team's not as willing to spend for that contract because they have a guy that's on the books for 10 years, or, there's going to be some big contracts out there. But when it comes down to like aggressiveness and the mindset of like, okay, they're interested. Should we do this right now? And I think to a lot of other front offices, it's like, yes, we should, because that will then put us over the top. I'm not convinced the Red Sox will be like, yes, we should, and be more in that mentality, more in that mindset than these other teams they'll be going up against, which then just leads you back in that interest boat of like, okay, well, they kind of wanted to get the guy, but then the other team was a little more aggressive, and the Sox will be more in that mentality of like, we have that at home, which I'm most worried about this offseason.
I think that's why the Mariners don't really make sense as a trade target, Steve, because of that mentality. I think they think, why the fuck will we help a team that's in our exact same position? Even if we think we're getting a good guy in return, we are still helping them on some level. They know their pitchers are good. Like, there's a reason they keep coming out and being like, we're not trading any of these guys. Ever.
And like, they know that when the Mariners know, like, there's a guarantee that with 2 weeks left in the season, they're going to be 2 games out of the last wild card spot.
Right.
Like,
Regardless,
I feel like regardless of what they do, they're going to be in that same exact position next year. And why would you want to help the team in the Red Sox, who's probably also going to be in that same spot too? So
I'll also add like the trade market conversation, right? Like, if Corbin Burns walks from Baltimore and, doesn't seem like they're going to be paying him, they have the farm system to go, punch for punch with you on whoever they're talking. They've already shown they'll deal for Corbin Burns in the past. So if they're like, hey, we're not going to pay him, we'll trade for another guy with a year or 2 of team control. Maybe they like Crochet or whatever it may be. They were checking checking in there at the trade deadline. Like, maybe that's where, if you're in those talks, the price gets to this ridiculous point. Maybe the Orioles get it done. Maybe Breslow says, fuck it. And you end up making a deal that really kind of scares you.
I think one of the hardest parts of looking at what's happened in this postseason is that, yes, we just want the Red Sox to get in. But when we're doing those live streams, God, you can get bounce fast. It's basically a 24-hour span where it's just boom, you're out. And now it has us in a position of like, is it that much better if the Red Sox make the playoffs and then lose in the matter of like 26 hours?
Well, that's the messaging we're getting, though, right? Like Sam Kennedy and them want to say, well, that's why we need to win the division. And still, you need to be up on the upper echelon and get the bye, right? But you want to talk like that. Well, okay, you better get ready to spend and act like that, because 3 of those 4 teams are well above the luxury tax that are now sitting in this playoff position. So like, you got to kind of push your chips in a different way, or you hope you get hot like the Mets did, which credit to them. But you probably want to be closer to the Yankees or Dodgers in that scenario.
And you got to get guys that are actually playing in the fucking playoffs. Like that, the Red Sox have been out of it for so long that they have no postseason experience. Like you go down the roster, it's like, all right, great. If we find a way to get to the playoffs, then these guys have never been here before. Like it's Rafael Devers, who's probably going to be all banged up by then anyway. And
duct tape.
Duran watched in 20, like he was there. You know what I mean? He was definitely there, but he wasn't playing because he was young.
Like the kind of guy who might lose his mind in October the first time he's feeling that kind of adrenaline and do something that just breaks your brain completely.
Yeah.
I haven't heard Steve say an F word in a long time.
I know. It felt good. It's been a while.
Yeah.
This team's frustrating, man. Watching the ALCS has made this season look worse in retrospect because these teams fucking stink.
I agree.
And we saw if the Red Sox were just 500 the whole year, I don't think we'd feel this way. We saw them be the best team in baseball.
Oh my God. What the fuck?
What?
He caught that ball? You watching this?
No, I'm doing a podcast.
Watch this fucking catch.
I'm doing a podcast.
I don't know why I believed like the Red Sox somehow made a signing. I was like, wait, what is going on?
I thought they made a trade. I'm like, what the
Jesus Christ.
They signed Soto?
They got Soto. Sox got Soto, dude.
That'd be unbelievable. He's like, no, I'm still going to play, but
I'm committing.
He plays this out, but he's already got Boston shit. That's crazy.
He's at his locker after the game in a Red Sox hat. I just love Boston, man. I love Boston.
Oh, yeah. Going to the World Series, but I'm just focused on Boston right now. Like, I'm just thinking about late March in Texas, honestly.
Can't wait to play in Boston for the rest of my career.
You said like we all want the team to be aggressive. I don't. I'd rather them stick to the plan, which was the young
waste
kids.
Another year of my life.
No, it's not waste, but it's like I could root for that team that I know. Like right now, I think if they were to trade multiple of those guys, which is what it would take if they were going to trade for a starter. They've told you the last 3 years, like this is since they hired Heim, this is the plan. Trading them now feels like a panic move. Like, oh, we are abandoning the plan. And by the way, they're all great. Like, all the young guys have hit. They couldn't have done that part better. Like, that part was the hardest part. They fucking nailed it. Spend the money. Like, I don't know. Like, if you don't get Corbin Burns, fine. Last year, when we were laughing at the Seth Lugo thing, I say we as the fan base. Most people were like, oh, that wouldn't have done anything for me anyways.
Not me.
We're talking about, I know, you've talked about that. You talk about Corbin Burns and Max Fried and even Blake Snell. Yeah, that would be awesome. Like, that would win the headlines for sure. If they went out and got the next Seth Lugo, it wouldn't win the offseason. It wouldn't steal all the headlines. We'd be a better team. That's where last episode we were talking about Manaea.
Why is that not Jack Flaherty then?
I think Flaherty, the way he's pitching right now, I think he's going to get a lot of money.
And I think also the Dodgers are going to be like, yeah, let's sign you the day the offseason starts. Like he's sitting there like enjoying being a childhood Dodgers fan. It's like it's all come together perfectly.
He also does have those medicals that I'm thrilled the Yankees were afraid of, but I do
Dodgers
wonder.
Were like, fuck the medicals.
Yeah,
who cares?
Dude. But I think Flaherty right now has a much higher Q score than, and that's not the right use of Q score, but I think he has a much higher approval rating than like Manaea, Severino, fucking. I don't even think they're on the same level, but I'm just saying more of those. What did Lugo get? 15 or 17 a year?
Something like that.
440.
So less than Giolito? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if we can get someone in that tier, that's A, an improvement. But B, I don't think they need to just like go crazy spending money. I think spend money that makes sense. I think Tanner Scott makes a ton of sense, and it sounds like that deal's already done somehow.
That's what Jared was reacting to. Yeah, the deal's done.
Yeah, the Tanner Scott deal. But I would rather them stick to the plan they've yelled at us was the plan after they made some moves that I obviously didn't agree with, but this is where it's just like, yeah, to sign Bregman and trade Roman Anthony and Christian Campbell for fucking the Brian Wu would drive me insane to no end.
Well, I mean, why are we just discounting the fact that the Mariners have basically said, like, we're not trading any of our starters?
I mean, I just said
are they just saying that to get the value up?
Yeah, you can make that argument, right? But I think the truth is they are so close with the rotation that good. If they can just hit to a slightly above average or even average level, they're in the postseason.
Yeah,
that's why I think Castillo's the guy.
Yes, but
I don't think they trade. They're young, controllable guys. I think that's what they're saying. I think much like last year when they traded Robbie Ray away for Mitch Haniger, which was terrible for both teams. That's where I think they would move Castillo because he makes more than minimum wage like the rest of their pitchers.
Sure. And I would be super happy with that deal. I just don't know that the Mariners are making that. Like if the Mariners go out and just throw a bag at Pete Alonso, it's like, all right, or like fucking, what if they sign like Anthony Santander? They're like, all right, cool. We have like a middle of the order bat.
I could see him in Seattle.
Yeah. Like we got a middle of the order bat here. Like let's run it back. We've got a great rotation. We got a really good bullpen.
And expect a better year from Julio. Like, yeah, you could, Randy's there for a first full season.
Yeah.
You could talk yourself into that.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's why, like, when you start to get into that convo of like who you're going to trade for, and it'll change once the offseason starts. You'll get that long ass article from Passan that has names you never even thought of or connected someone to. But that's why Crochet is going to have such a big market popping up here, because everyone wants their own version of Skubal. Everyone wants to find the guy who, before this year, Skubal had not made it through a full season of 30 starts, had a long injury history. There were a lot of red flags there, but like Crochet looked like an ace for half a season and then had his workload managed. Like, can you get in on that early and possibly tap in? Because Skubal friggin' put that team on his back and brought him to the playoffs.
That's where I still come back to GMs or front office, whatever their fucking title is now, like make deals with people they've already made deals with. And Breslow doesn't have a long history of that, so he can only go off the teams he's dealt with, which are the Yankees, the Pirates, the Reds,
the Cubs,
and the Angels, and yes, the Cubs. But it's where I keep coming back to Jared Jones. Like I think the Pirates right now obviously they have the ace everyone wants. They have a lot of holes too. They were playing fucking O'Neill Cruz in center field at the end of the year. They've got holes. I think that's who you go look at, because if you look at Jared Jones, he came out the year blazing hot. It was unbelievable. And then Skenes came up
at the end.
He got hurt, but also people just stopped caring once Skenes came up. He finished the year, like, it wasn't great, but he's a rookie. He's 22-year-old rookie. I feel like that's the kind of guy, if you're looking for a Reagans, if you're looking for a Skubal, if you're looking for a Crochet, that's the kind of guy. And you've already dealt with that team before.
I don't think Jared Jones is going anywhere.
Maybe, I don't think he has this price that Crochet would have.
No, but they value him a lot to where, like, if Skenes wasn't in Pittsburgh, then we would be looking at Jones as like, oh, agreed. Fuck, like he's not a Crochet or a Skenes, but he's like right there. Like he just gets overshadowed by Skenes, but he's
definitely
ton of value. And I just don't know why the Pirates would like do that. It's like, hey, we have these two dudes, like the fucking Chundo bros. Like, let's break it up. Why? I don't know.
I'm not saying give them nothing. I don't think they're going to accept nothing, but I do think you have some chips that you could put here where you're not breaking the bank like it would for Crochet. And
they're going to try and win now. They're not going to try and get reset pieces for Jones when they have Skenes. I don't think it's reset pieces.
I keep using Duran's name. I think the Pirates would love, like, Duran's a star. You know what I mean? He was an all-star this year, still under control for 4 years. That screams Pittsburgh Pirate to me all day.
It's just tough for me, like, when you talk Jared Jones, it's like he's not a free agent until 2030. So, like, whatever the gap is
of control.
that he hasn't tapped into that Crochet level even, for half a season, right? Like, you're going to pay so much out the ass to get those extra years. I think it would not be very far off from a Crochet package. I think it'd actually be pretty similar.
Oh, I think it would. Like the Pirates, I don't think they're a very bright organization. That's the same about the White Sox. Well, I think Charrington's smart, but I do think it's one of those things like we know ownership will meddle. And right now, every team in the league is terrified of pitching, like their own pitching, everyone else's pitching. If you can offer, hey, I've got an all-star also under control. Is it till 2030? No, but it's fucking close. I've got an all-star under control that you can have and be your centerpiece. That's something you can sell to the fan base, get people excited.
Yeah, I don't know if it'd be exactly on that level, but I do think people look at Jared Jones as someone who's going to step into a top of the rotation spot in the coming years.
Sure.
I've seen people saying trade for Bubba Chandler. You know, we're talking top 20 prospect in the game. That'd be wild, right? Like blow you out of the fucking water. But like if you flip, one of your top 15 to 25 prospects, whatever it may be, for a guy who got up to AAA last year, like, I don't know, you talk about wanting to get creative or wanting to get weird. That would certainly fit that category.
I think they'd trade Jones before Chandler. Didn't Chandler win like minor league pitcher of the year?
No, dude.
Oh, no, that was the Cardinals guy.
Yeah, no, but you talk Bubba Chandler ceiling wise, like he's up there with any pitching prospect in the entire sport.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, I don't know. It's hard to match these arms up right now and find something that's like super easy. Who knows? Maybe the Marlins, it may not be Sandy, but do they kind of reshape things with the rest of that rotation? And yes, a lot of them are hurt, but like Jesus Luzardo, does anyone want to kind of go to that well with another injured year out of him?
Yes.
You would be down? You try to buy low?
Yes. I don't think you have to buy that. I think you pay. I think a fair price for him is not that expensive.
Yeah, it would definitely wouldn't be Crochet. I got to look at the team control.
If it's the same as Crochet, you don't trade for Jesus Luzardo if it's that expensive.
And it's way too much of a gamble when you need a top of the rotation guy and you only have room to add one guy.
And his best year of his career is a 3.5 ERA. And he's done it once in 6 big league seasons.
He's going to be, what, 26 next year or 27?
27.
Yeah, like I don't think he's tapped out on potential. We just saw Houck have his best year at around the same age.
Yeah, I think it just becomes, though, like, are you serious about trying to win this upcoming season and make that real push? Or are you willing to kind of maybe sit a little below the luxury tax and say, hey, let's see what this kind of blows up into this season? Like, are we willing to kind of hope and maybe get some more long-term value with the chance that maybe he doesn't have the same immediate impact that one of those other guys we've talked about have?
That's why I would just spend the money. Like, I think it's the easiest path by far. I think it doesn't fuck up your future. And that, what was the line Breslow said last year? We're not trying to sacrifice tomorrow for today or something. Today for tomorrow.
Which he now has said, the opposite. Yeah, he's like, it's about the present. It's not about the future at this point. That's kind of where we all stand on this thing. So, I don't know.
Which is scary. I hate that quote. Like, I like the other quote better.
I think for them, like, if you feel the need to trade one of those big four, I don't think it's the end of the world. Now, Coley, where you were talking last episode about the Crochet package and it becomes, hey, we need two of that big four and then we'll go from there. Then I'm starting to take a step back too. And I'm like, that is too much for me. But if it's Wilyer Abreu plus, I'm not giving up Anthony or Campbell. And no offense to Connor Wong, I don't want him catching long term for this team. It'd probably be Meyer would be the name I'd list. To get that kind of pitcher for the right deal, I would listen on that. Even maybe if it's a long-term right-handed bat, that,
fucking would hope so.
Sense.
It's not a great package.
Yeah, that's not
Abreu sticks. I would hope you would do that. Abreu, he didn't hit lefties at all. And like, as much as I think he can and wasn't given the opportunity, that's what they're going to hold against him.
I agree that's a flaw in him, but I do think you also talk about a guy who's going to win a Gold Glove playing the hardest right field in all of baseball this year. And say what you will, it was a 114 OPS plus, and that was 132 games. So like there is value in team control there. I think he is showing that he's an above average regular. I think he's Jay Bruce. I think he's something along that kind of line long term. I do think there's flaws, don't get me wrong, but there is value as well in saying, hey, you can throw this guy out here and he's going to be one of the best defensive outfielders in baseball.
For sure. I don't think he has no value. I'm saying as a piece, I think you're looking at number threes. Like I think you get Luzardo for Wilyer Abreu plus something else.
But let's say it's Meyer and then Abreu.
I'm not against trading Meyer. I'm against trading him right now because I don't know that his value's crazy. Even if the rankings still have him in that 8 to 12 range, he didn't finish the year healthy.
With Meyer, I think the scary part with him, like obviously the ceiling can be high, but I think a lot of teams are going to look at him as needing to be paired with another big four guy. Like I don't think there's a scenario where they'd want to just take Meyer if they're going to give you one of their top starters. So I don't think the Red Sox, I'd be stunned. Like obviously you guys, probably enjoy the hypothetical trades better than me, but the one thing that I would be stunned with is if they ever even considered trading a package with two of those guys. I don't think they'd even consider doing it, honestly, regardless of who's coming back.
If it were Anthony and Teal, not Anthony, excuse me. If it were Meyer and Teal, maybe. But I agree with you. The other two, I don't see them packaging for anyone. But they love Teal.
It would have to be someone that they're like the most high on and that has a bunch of control.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Jared?
Yeah, we got to hit a read. We got 5 of them, and we've only done one. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. October is the season for wearing masks and costumes, but some of us feel like we wear a mask and hide more often than we want to at work and social settings around our family. Therapy can help you learn to accept all parts of yourself so you can take off the mask, because masks should be for Halloween fun, not for our emotions. Tyler, you're an emotional fella, yeah?
I cry a lot.
Yeah. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online. It's designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire and get matched with a licensed therapist and switch to therapists anytime for no additional charge. Take off the mask with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/rocket. That is BetterHelp.com/rocket today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/rocket.
There's one other team Breslow's traded with that I forgot, and it's the Toronto Blue Jays.
Mm-hmm. There's always the chance he calls the Cubs too, because he has relationships over there.
Yeah,
you're probably looking at Jameson Taillon, but
fuck that.
Yeah, I agree. It wouldn't be my pick, but if they're kind of walking that line and they're like, "Hey, we think we can transform him or level him up,"
no. That Garrett Cole sympathizer, no.
The name I'm going to throw out, and which Steve loves, and I know Tyler actually doesn't like this guy. Would you give, if he were a free agent this offseason, would you give Jose Barrios a 4-year, $90 million deal? Because he has less than that owed to him.
No.
That's crazy.
Dude, the FIP was 472 this year. No fucking way in hell.
FIP,
I'm
good.
Nope, I'm sorry.
Tyler.
I'm not doing it.
Tyler, was
I'm not doing it.
By the way.
I'm not doing it.
FIP doesn't mean anything after the fact.
At the end of the season.
We're talking moving forward here.
Tyler, it's an entirely new season next year. The FIP is a forecasting statistic. If the FIP is 497 in May, then it's like, all right, then he's definitely going to regress at some point. He's going to come back down to earth. If he finishes the season with a 3.10 ERA, then the ERA is 3.10. Season's over.
Congrats. So I'm predicting forward what I saw this year and what I think he's going to be in future years.
Not last year's.
414.
411, right?
I got 414.
Yeah, 414.
And you look at 2 out of the last 3 years, it's been above 4.5.
His run values was red. His fastball run values red. His off-speed run values red. He doesn't walk guys. He hammers the zone. And again,
listen, I'm not telling you he's not a big league pitcher. I'm just telling you if we're talking top of the rotation arms.
I didn't say top of the rotation. I said
he's just
guy.
Oh my God, the Savant page is fucking gross. What are we talking about here?
I asked you, would you give him $90 million over 4 years, which based on every other pitcher we've talked about, we know is getting a lot more than that. He posts. No. He goes out and he shoves.
Nope.
But there's like Jared mentioned it, they're going to have to, they can only commit to like one guy. Like they're not going to just bring in a bunch of rotation arms. So is that the guy that you
Bale, Houck, Giolito, Crawford, and who?
I'm already, I don't agree that they need to go in with those 4.
You'd move Cutter.
Where else are you going? You put Cutter in the pen and open up 2 spots?
Like I said, the Yankees went out and traded Michael King last offseason. I don't think it's that insane. If we're talking about moving guys to sell high on Houck. Now, that causes another hole for sure. But Tanner Houck, we're talking about Corbin Burns didn't finish the year strong. Tanner Houck's a guarantee. What are we talking about?
I don't think they're moving Houck.
I don't think so either. I'm talking about like just guaranteeing 4 spots when you could get more than, and I'm not even saying get.
I'm not guaranteeing 4 spots. I'm saying like we've got 4 warm bodies here. Like,
but that's also how they look at it, though. That's like how they look at it.
Like, how many times are they going to tell us we had 3 homegrown starters who made 30 starts. Like,
you're going to hear it all offseason, by the way. That's going to be the entire offseason.
They can't shut up about it.
Quinn Priester, opening day starter, is what's actually going to happen.
Yeah,
it's
like Dick Fitz is our fill-in guy. Like,
That's
they already
the
have
guy.
the rotation.
I'll be honest with you.
You're joking, Steve, but I guarantee you they're sitting over there
I'm
being
not.
like,
No, I'm not.
You know,
He's
we've
not.
got Richard Fitz. So, at worst case scenario, if we whiff on the entire offseason, we don't trade for or sign any starting pitchers. We've got Quinn Priester and Richard Fitz. We've got.
I'll tell you,
we're set. We're 6 deep.
I think when it comes to Fitz and Priester, and more specifically Priester with what they invested trading Nick York, I think there's a world where Cutter Crawford gets shipped in that deal. You know, call it, I don't know, pick Crochet, whatever fucking arm. And they say, all right, well, yeah, we're going to plug Crochet at the top. Priester, you're the number 5 starter. We believe you can give us similar production, if not better. I don't think that's a crazy thing.
I think they would sign a Criswell type again. I don't know that they would only do that, but I don't
keep
disagree
Criswell
with
in the bullpen.
Point.
They keep him in the organization for another year, and then you got Fitz, and then you got multiple arms. You know,
if
whether you put Penrod back in the rotation,
you're telling the Red Sox to shove it up their ass. Like, they demoted the guy. They sent him down when he was cruising.
Yeah, they did.
Who was that corresponding move? It was like fucking some shitbag, right? Or was it Winkowski?
Might have been Winkowski.
It was in June. Like, Cooper Criswell was cooking, and then they sent him down.
Yeah.
That was one of the more surprising moves of the entire season.
Yes.
Like, what are we doing here?
Super valuable.
And he couldn't come up for another 2
Trey
weeks.
Wingenter.
No, you know, one of the best players.
He came out. He was sloppy. He looked sloppy and was worse at baseball. Like, he stunk. He was real bad.
Well, the Red Sox told you what they thought of Cooper Criswell with the Rich Hill move. I think they let you know how they feel about him overall.
That's crazy to me. Man. I don't know. I mean, I just I'm letting Jesus take the wheel this winter. I know it sounds like I'm down in the dumps and that I don't have any confidence in the Red Sox to do anything. That's actually not how I feel. I would say my optimism is just somewhere neutral. I'm giving the Red Sox the opportunity to do something, and I will react accordingly. I'm not going to sit here and say they're not going to do shit. You know, if anything, if history repeats itself, they're not even gonna be linked to anyone, and they're not gonna sign anybody important, and they're not gonna make any big trade, like blah blah blah. I don't feel that way. I'm kind of just, I will react when you do something. Let me know when that happens.
That's the right way to go about this offseason. I got to say, the last 2.5 weeks, and T-Dog, I know you're as, locked in as anybody with all the Red Sox rumors and news and all that. It's been wonderful not paying attention to any of it or not caring about the Red Sox. Like, I'm not even saying this is like a joke. Like, it's been great to take a break from this and to not have to like worry about all the day-to-day stuff and just the bullshit really that's going on around this team, to the point that I fully agree with you, Jared. I think prove it to us this offseason that you actually want to make some moves. I'm not even saying in like, ownership, I hope you listen. Like, I do always love those. It's like, they're not listening. No, just like show maybe they are. But no, my point being, there's no chance I'm going to get overly excited about any report that has to do with the Red Sox that doesn't then become a move, doesn't become a tangible thing that actually happens because of what we've learned over the last few off seasons of like, oh, interest in this, interest in that. No. If you're making moves that improve the team and give them a chance to actually make a run in the American League, which isn't that hard to do, then we'll get excited. But anything short of that should not excite anybody.
It's going to be fucking hilarious when they sign Max Scherzer and they're like, this is one of the best pitchers of the generation.
Would love
it. They just show like 2017 highlights. Like, this guy is sick.
He's the real deal, dude. It's basically going to be like in 2009 when they signed John Smoltz. They're like, this guy's a future Hall of Famer, man. He's been to the postseason. He's won there. He's dominated. First ballot, and now he's on your team. So
we just signed a Hall of Famer.
Counterpoint, John Smoltz after the trade deadline, or after he got released, right? Was that what ended up happening? They let him go and then he signed with the Cardinals.
Yeah.
And dominated.
He had an 8.33 with the Red Sox.
What was it with the Cardinals, Steve?
426. So I don't know what Dom is.
Dominated. What was his FIP, Steve?
Yeah,
what was his swear?
Yeah, what was the FIP?
You idiot.
Yeah. 578.
273.
I knew it. I remembered something. I remember looking and I was like, what the
fucking
fuck?
FIP master?
I don't even think you look at the ERA. I don't even think it crosses your mind to look at the ERA.
I take a peek.
You can't even explain FIP when asked on radio, and it's your favorite fucking stat. The Scherzer 3.95 ERA last year. People are talking about it.
That's what's gonna happen, huh? The Red Sox are gonna sign Max Scherzer.
Let's do it.
If they keep the youngins intact, I would welcome that with open arms. I'd be thrilled.
I mean, the name I keep coming back to is Shane Bieber.
I'd love that too.
I like that.
I would be very happy with it. I wouldn't sit here and say, all right, job's done, because there's risk involved with Biebs.
He spoke the last couple days.
He spoke
Bieber that he's going to try and be ready. He's expecting a semi-normal spring training, so maybe you kind of hope for opening day.
He said words last few days. He's been speaking. He's been talking.
That's
to
crazy. That
we haven't heard anything about the rehab progress.
I mean, I did have.
Why?
Oh, sure.
I mean, I just ask him how he's doing. We just keep in touch.
Yeah.
Like
That's
I told you, me, Biebs, and fucking Weck Dog have a group text where we just bullshit. Like, we don't even talk about baseball.
Back too. Fuck it.
Plawecki was the man.
Hey.
Love Plawecki.
Hey, Tyler, you brought up trading Wong. I'm all in on that. And I'm also all in on bringing back Danjan. Like, I'm fine with that. If Teal's really come back up, have Danjan back there. He was obviously terrible here. He was cheeks, but I don't
Get
care.
us Plawecki back. If you're going to bring back Danjan, you might as well bring back fucking Weck Dog.
I'm fine with that. He can review cookies and have a grand old time. I'm all in on that.
Jake, what did Plawecki hit in AAA last year?
Book Plawecki, Jake.
I think it was like 400 or 500.
Yeah.
You know who gets me going?
Martha?
I call about Carson Kelly.
I'm
I'd see if you could
talk about Carson
potentially
Kelly.
make that signing.
Fuck.
Yeah. Shut up.
What?
We're like, let's bring back the Weck Dog. He's like, actually, Carson Kelly, his frame rate.
This frame
honestly,
rate.
that is kind of where I'm at.
Is Jose Quintana going to be a free agent?
Don't
think
He's
so, yeah.
looked pretty good.
Huh?
I think
I
he is.
believe
and he's
so.
looked-
Yeah, I believe so.
Right?
He's
Like,
looked good.
if you just Tyler? What was his FIP? You
He's the
I'm
number
not
3
gonna say it.
I want.
I'm not going to say it.
If you brought in Biebs and Quintana, and then
Give
it
me
just
Minaya,
shifted
dude.
down everyone else, it's like
ALCS.
Minaya. If we're going to do that, let's get
Manaya's not a free agent.
Yes, he is. We talked
No,
about
he's
it.
not.
He is.
No, he's not.
He can opt. Is it an opt out?
Yes,
No.
it's an opt-out.
No. Telling you right now. I looked this up the other day because I was interested.
Yeah, he's got a player option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, whatever, dude.
Signed a 2-year, $26 million contract and can opt out. Make him
can
a free
opt
agent
out.
for the 3rd consecutive year.
Oh,
I like to
he's
think it's
opted.
fun because it's a new adventure, Sean Minaya said out loud. On September 1st, this was last month, he was like, I'm for sure opting out.
I am gone.
I thought
He
that was
said
at the
that?
time he signed it. Sean Minaya said that.
When I was reading it, I thought it said Minaya may not opt out of contract after 2024 season, but I made up the not.
So
Damn.
where I'm now nervous, USA Today's Bob Nightingale writes that Minaya will opt out of it the second year and, quote, barring unforeseen circumstances, like Bob Nightingale talking about it. So that's where he's probably going to sign like a 10-year extension with the Mets.
I mean,
love
if
the
the
Mets,
Mets, yeah, I love the Mets. Let's go Mets. If the Mets win this series, I feel like they have no choice but to pay Sean Minaya.
They're going to pay everybody.
Yeah.
Soto's going to be there. Everyone's coming to Citi Fields.
A lot of people think Burns, they're going to hand him the massive contract and be like, come lead this rotation moving forward.
Yeah, they're going to sign someone big for sure. I think Minaya can be had, and I think that moves the needle for me. I know we'll be 33 next year. I know everyone wants Paul Skenes. Everyone wants the Red Sox to sign Paul Skenes, and that's just not, the last I checked, possible. Can we call the rules people and ask if that's possible?
I would love to sign Paul Skenes today.
That'd be unbelievable.
Can we do that?
You talk about moving the needle.
If the Red
We haven't
Sox
had
are
the
just like
rules
breaking
department in quite
news,
some time.
Red Sox sign Paul Skenes to a 15-year, $680 million deal. And you're just like, that's good value, brother.
What would he get if you were a free agent this offseason?
Oh, my God. Oh,
At least
I think
Yamamoto.
I might get that.
More than is he 22, 23?
21?
He's getting
is he 21?
Yeah, he's getting $100 million on top of Yamamoto.
I honestly think
more.
It's more.
You think
could he get a Billy?
He's 22. I don't think he'd get $1 billion just because
15 times 40 is 600. So
yeah,
wow,
yeah. So he may get 750 over 50
times 17. He could get 850 till his age 39 season. Like, why not?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
I'll give it to him.
All right, Red Sox signed Paul Skenes to $850 million deal. Here we go.
17 years?
Yeah, 17.
17 times 40?
17
times 50.
17 times 50.
Gave him the Ohtani deal.
Yeah.
Like, I also, like, part of the reason I only want one pitcher this offseason, it's probably not even that big of a deal, is, like, Sasaki will get posted next offseason. I'd rather him than any of these pitchers we've talked about. Any of them.
Easily.
Well, the other guys that are already here, we can just tell them to fuck off.
Sure.
There's no one, I guess, outside of Bayo that you're like married to keeping in the rotation. Like, even I know it would be a tough conversation, but if you were just
wait, what? Tanner Houck not in the rotation?
I think you're
that's what I'm saying.
Back to the bullpen. Yeah, that would be a tough conversation.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
You just had a 3 ERA over 30 starts. Get out of here. You suck.
Yeah, he'd be like, I'm demanding a trade with no leverage at all, but I'm demanding it.
I think he's an extension candidate. The Red Sox were trying their ass off to get him paid the last couple off seasons,
which is crazy.
They're not going to do that.
They didn't even want to start him this year. That was the weirdest storyline. Well, it was like once they couldn't sign Casas, they were like, let's sign anyone who will accept. And Rafaela was like, I didn't even think I was making the team. Yeah, of course I'll sign.
Sam Kennedy was like, I think we're going to have maybe multiple extensions announced after opening day. And then you just get the Rafaela bomb.
No joke, what would excite me more than anything would be Roman Anthony, Christian Campbell, dual press conference. They signed the exact same deal.
Make that decision right now. Put them on the opening day roster, and that helps figure out what you're doing this offseason a lot easier.
Get Craig Breslow on the phone right now, because I got some things I got to say to him about this team. We got to talk ball, Craig. And you know what? I feel like I'm going to put a Stevie P guarantee out there right now. What, Steve?
That's my guarantee.
I know, but
you do Jerry C guarantee?
I thought I was fucking... No. I thought I was
the
allowed
T.
to
Millie
use
guarantee.
No. I thought I was allowed to...
Get him out.
That's crazy. There's no way that was going to work.
It's crazy.
T. Millie.
Let me slide in and be the guarantee guy. No.
Yeah.
No.
Coley, correct me if I'm wrong. And if I feel confident, am I not allowed to make a Stevie P guarantee, or only Stevie P can make the Stevie P guarantee?
I mean, Stevie is the guarantee guy, so for you to have your own guarantee would be insane. You have to use the Stevie P guarantee.
Right. I don't have.
Okay, I guess that does make sense.
There's no. I don't have.
So you're saying that that's like your level of confidence is that you're willing to put a Stevie P guarantee on it.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. No. That works. That works.
It's like
I'm not saying that Steve made the guarantee. I'm saying I'm putting Steve's reputation on the line here.
He didn't make it, but if it's wrong, then like it's
on
made
Steve.
It.
Yeah.
It's like, you're the brand name for guarantees. Like not all tissues are Kleenex, but you call all tissues Kleenex because that's how strong the brand is.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. That's fair. Yeah. It's the guarantee brand. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put a Stevie P guarantee on this. Craig Breslow on Section 10 in 2025.
Before the season?
I gave you a 12-month fucking window there, T-Dog.
That's a big-ass window. I could be dead.
Tyler, what show was he just on? I feel like he just did a show.
I don't listen to any other podcasts. I don't pay attention to any other Red Sox media except Section 10.
I see something here in the notes, though.
Yeah.
Don't look at that. Look away.
What does it say in the notes, Steve?
Nope.
What's his note say?
Show?
Steve, my life is hanging on by a thread.
Wall or something here. I don't know.
Like, that's my mission next year, is to humanize Craig Breslow. I doubt
that's going to happen. I mean, let's just start with getting him on the show, right? Can that be the first thing, and then maybe we can take some baby steps?
I feel like it doesn't happen if we don't do the interview in person. I feel like we have to be with him in the room to be like, Craig, unbutton the jacket a little bit. Let's go 3 buttons down. on the
Get
dress
naked
shirt.
right now, Craig. You won't.
Yeah, untie the tie, take it off. Let's get comfy. Let's, maybe let's go some Ugg slippers instead of the business cash shoes. Yes, Tyler.
I'm going to break out the T Millie guarantee here. For the first time, me and Craig Breslow.
What are you doing,
we're
Tyler?
not doing that. Yeah.
You knew that's not going to work.
Yeah, we don't do that here. We have the Stevie P guarantee here. That's kind of like if you were to say, "Oh, I just cracked open an ice cold competitor's name of an adult beverage." That's what you just did. Like, we have the Stevie P guarantee here. That's what we use. If we're going to be throwing around guarantees.
Can I say something, though?
Yeah, please. Yeah.
And Tyler, this is no disrespect at all. I'm a little...
This is about to be the most disrespectful thing anybody has ever said in their entire life. Go ahead.
I agree. Tyler can't use the Stevie P guarantee. I agree. It's
right?
so
Like, if Tyler's using a Stevie P guarantee, I don't want my name behind it.
Yeah.
I'll take the fall.
Yeah.
You get a brand list, you can just guarantee things. No brand.
Yeah, just guarantee stuff. Yeah. Tyler looks very sad.
I had planned to use the Stevie P guarantee a lot in the future.
For what?
Just guarantee
That's
stuff.
why we're saying now.
Yeah, I know. We're trying to stop this now. I can't have my name behind Tyler's being like, I'm going to say something crazy right now.
We see how you abuse this. Just this, you abuse.
I know.
The guarantee system, we can only imagine how you abuse
I use
it.
all the tools in my tool belt.
No.
And we're taking
But
this
this isn't one of them. This is not one of them. Yep,
Take the belt off.
We have removed
Absolutely.
this. You can keep your belt. You're just not using this.
Revoked. Anyways, I am cautiously optimistic about the offseason. I'm neutral. I'm right there in the middle. I don't feel any type of way about it. Holy fuck. No, he dropped that. That was Mookie.
Another sign.
How much did Soto sign for?
I are you guys there with me? Are you kind of just
No, I'm very pessimistic about it.
ooh.
Based like the Red Sox, we know they like to soft launch ideas, ideas that they've already agreed upon. They're going to do. Like, I think Casas is gone, and I think a prospect I love is gone too. Like, I already like, if that doesn't happen, I'll be thrilled, genuinely thrilled.
I'm not really I'm just going to be honest here. This is a honesty area here. What's the word? Honesty? I don't know. I'm looking for like a phrase here. My brain doesn't work recently. I don't really care about this offseason. That, like, I'm not like super invested in it. I care about it, but I'm not like putting my, all my time on the line, and like my brain's let space on the line. Like, I'm not super like, into what's about to happen. Just let me know.
Aren't you fed up with the way things are going, Steve?
Yeah, but you can get to a certain level of fed up where you're like, don't be a fool and then put the same amount of effort into another offseason all over again when you know that that's just pissed you off in the past. I can still get something out of this offseason without like putting all of my energy into it. You know what I mean? In terms of like expectations.
Seems like the healthier way to go about it. Ever since
that's what I'm trying to. I'm protecting myself from like being super pissed off again.
Let me break down some psychology for you guys.
Yeah.
The way, and Tyler can probably speak to this best because he listens to all the competitor podcasts that have all these guests on.
Wrong guy.
Wouldn't you agree, Tyler, if the Red Sox didn't do the whole full throttle thing last winter, that based on the way Breslow, Sam Kennedy, and Alex Cora have been talking about this offseason, wouldn't you be more excited? I feel like the reason why we aren't excited is because we don't want to fall for the full throttle equivalent of this offseason.
Yeah, I think when you look at last offseason, full throttle we clung to because that was really the only thing that felt like it hung strong amongst what they were saying. Like I kind of said earlier in the pod, I do think here, like Breslow, Cora, and Kennedy are all on record saying the time is now. It's time to be aggressive. The suffering or the losings in the past, it's time for the front office to take care of you. They have all pushed similar messaging across here. So, like, I think everyone's just at a point, like you're kind of saying, where no one wants to get their hopes up. But I do think the messaging is there to hold them accountable for it. It's just you can't put any real value into it until it happens.
It's their messaging mixed with the other stuff they're saying. Like I was just bringing up, like the soft launching of trading Casas, which was August now. Like that
30 homegrown starts.
Yeah.
We identified the right guys.
we're not going. Yeah, like they're telling you they're looking at anything at the Seth Lugos of the world, which I think is fine. But I think if they pair that with a trade of a Campbell or a trade of any like if they trade someone from the major league roster, I'll be much less hurt because I've seen those guys be assholes. So that's why I always come back.
Agreed.
To that. But
yeah, the only thing that matters are the guys that are going to be holding the Sox jersey up in the press conference. Like whoever gets to the finish line of that, that's all that really matters. I don't want to lose sleep over guys that maybe get there and then don't. Jerry,
I have a crazy take right now.
Oh, what do you got?
I get a crazy take, and I know it's not going to be popular.
Okay.
Maybe someone here will agree with me. I don't know. I know the internet's going to hate it because they hate everything I say, even though I'm right.
Steve?
We should do a read before this little tease, maybe, because it sounds like you're about to drop something big here.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know that it's like big, but it's bold. It's bold.
It's bold.
Fernando Tatis Jr. in a Red Sox uniform.
It came to me in a dream.
It's bold right now.
It's bold, just like Mint Mobile.
That's right.
That's what they say.
Doesn't get bolder.
Nope. You know when you discover a new binge-worthy show or a song that you can bump on repeat? I'm just hoping to God I don't forget this take. Let me write it down.
Can you write it down?
Write it down.
Because I know all about Mint Mobile. Mint Mobile is the fucking tits, dude. Ryan Reynolds, cell phones, service, all of that. What? It's like $15 a month, something along those lines. You take your current service, you throw out the fucking window because this is Mint Mobile household right now. Yeah, if you don't have the Mint, if you don't have the M&M, are you kidding me? Sign up right now with a promo code. I'm sure Jared's got it right there because he's done typing. He's locked in. He's focused. Because when you start talking mobile, you better make it minty, my friend. If it's any other type of mobile, get it out of here. Get it out.
Mintmobile.com/section10.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, Coley. Because you know when you discover a new binge-worthy show or a song that you bump on repeat and you have to share it with your friends so they can experience just how awesome it is? That's kind of what it feels like when you discover that Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for $15 a month when you purchase a 3-month plan. It's such an awesome deal. There's no way that you can keep it to yourself. And you know what? I haven't kept it to myself. I give Mint Mobile to my friends. I give Mint Mobile to my mom. I give Mint Mobile to the police officers and the fire department in the town over from where I live. Friends don't let friends overpay for wireless. Say bye-bye to your overpriced wireless plan and switch to Mint Mobile. Mint Mobile is here to rescue you and your squad with premium wireless plans starting at just $15 a month. All plans come with a high-speed data and unlimited talk and text delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan to bring your phone number along with your existing contacts. Ditch overpriced wireless with Mint Mobile's deal and get 3 months, T-Dog, of premium wireless for just $15 a month. To get this new customer offer and your new 3-month premium wireless plan for just $15 a month, go to mintmobile.com/section10. That's mintmobile.com/section10. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/section10. $45 upfront payment required, equivalent to $15 a month. New customers on 3-month plan only. Speeds above 40 gigabytes on unlimited plan. Additional taxes, fees, and restrictions apply. See Mint Mobile for details.
Bold take. What do you got?
Give it to
All right,
us.
here's the take.
Take.
Listen.
Listen.
All right, here's the take. And I don't know if you guys are agree with it. If you agree with it, just put your hand up. Okay? If you don't agree with it, then you don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Everyone
Free
listening
country.
will know who agrees.
Free country. All right, here's the take. Here's the take. You ready?
Yeah.
I have a stronger emotional attachment to the Red Sox top prospects than I do to the current Major League roster. Coley's already got his hand up. Jake's got his hand up.
May I ask a question?
Steve's kind of getting there. Steve's waving. Steve's he's waving. He's waving. I don't know what it means. Tyler?
When you say the entire major league roster, like everybody?
Like collectively as a unit. Like if you were to take the prospects, the top 6 prospects in the Red Sox system and put them in a group, and then the Red Sox active roster in this group, like which group do I have a stronger emotional attachment to? Like which group am I more like excited to see? Like which group makes me feel something in my soul more? It's the prospects, not the current big league roster. Your hand is up?
I think it's very close. I think that's why my hand was kind of in no man's land, because I feel like I gave it. This was a bold take, by the way. This was a bold thing to say. And I wanted to give that enough like brain power to really think it through, enough time to process. And I think it's a very close race. I think it's a super fair question.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to ever get to that point with potential versus things I've already seen. So I, think of Casas, Duran, Devers, some of the guys in the rotation.
That's it. You named the guys. That's it.
No, I know, I know. But then it's like versus guys that could not pan out, like versus guys that maybe don't end up doing a bunch of stuff in the majors. It then comes down to like which guy has the highest ceiling, like which guy could be better than all the guys I just mentioned.
Well, here's the counter to that, Steve. You mentioned a handful of players by name. Half of them might be traded by the end of the winter.
No, I know. But then the guys you're talking about could be too. So
fair. But also, I would say more unlikely that the prospects are traded.
Of course. Of course.
Yep.
I think this is a super fair question. I mean, the listeners, chime in yourself. Put your hand up wherever you're listening.
Sound off in the comments.
Sound off with your hand up wherever you are right now. Just either hand up or keep it down.
Steve, the active roster, the active 26, they made you say the F word this show.
I know.
Because they haven't made the play, like you said, they haven't made the playoffs. The prospects haven't either. So it's like that. That's almost worse because the prospects haven't had the shot. These guys, they get the shot all the time.
But what was the phrasing again? It's invested in, right?
You feel more
emotionally invested.
Emotionally invested.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys, like, I've never been the prospect guy, so I've never been like super attached to prospects.
So, Steve, I'm not in the weeds on the prospects as much as these two guys are.
I know this is different than normal. This is not a normal situation.
Like, these prospects are so good, and there's so many of them that's why I'm like, we've like already talked to them, had conversations with them. We're establishing a relationship with these guys. Whereas it's not just us, by the way, because I know that like people are quick to be like, oh yeah, like the Caleb Ort thing, and like they don't talk to anyone on the team anymore. It's like you talk to any of the reporters that cover the team that are around this group all the time. They all say the same thing. They're like, yeah, like it's just not how it used to be. Like they don't talk. We don't have relationships with any of these guys. Like, it's just like a weird group, but it's not a generational thing. It's just like apparently a Red Sox thing. I don't know. Like the guys that are coming up right now are fucking awesome. Like they were super nice, humble, wanted to talk, wanted to, build a connection, whatever. So I'm just excited for that next wave because it just feels like we have been stuck in purgatory for the last 3 years with mediocrity, and this group of prospects represents excitement and new and a turning of the page. I think if you're a Red Sox fan, that's how you have to look at it.
It's also what they sold you. They said, we can't just keep paying guys. We need a strong farm system. That's how you stay ahead. To turn their back on this now would be as jarring a turn as it was in 2019 when they fired Dombrowski and went the direction they went. Like, that was jarring. They didn't need to do that. They did that. So once they picked this path, to abandon it before any of them reached the majors would feel insane to me.
I do think where it gets a little weird, though, it's like Rafael Devers, that's a homegrown star who's helped you win a World Series and has had postseason heroics, right? Like, you've seen him shine in the biggest moment. Like Jarren Duran, it's another homegrown star, a guy you saw struggle and be an enemy here, kind of overcome all of that this year and be this, superstar across all of baseball. Everyone knows who Jarren Duran is now. once you get past those two names, I think you start to get weird. Personally, for me, Tristan Casas,
the list isn't long. Yeah, the list isn't long.
For me, Casas is my favorite
I'm
player.
kind of where you're at. Like I'm telling myself, wait, I think I'm more emotionally invested in the Red Sox than I'm actually really not. Like, it's not as invested as I thought I was.
Like, I got a lot of love for Casas. He's homegrown. Like, I think we've seen the superstar potential there, but like, obviously Duran's been here for years, kind of building up, and you saw him struggle. I think Casas taking a jump this year could be similar. And I think in the clubhouse, personality-wise, he is the guy who I want. He gives me the most excitement that makes me be like, I want more of that guy on the screen. We're going to see he's going to dominate the Netflix show.
People disagree.
No, but even the Netflix show, right? How weird is it going to be when he's one of the main stars and he gets shipped out this offseason, if that happens? Where it's like, this is...
Well, they don't give a damn. They don't care about that.
No,
it's like the Red Sox are going to be like, let's hold off on the guys that are going to be big on Netflix. Let's not trade them.
Yeah. I think it's going to be very much centered around Cora, Duran, and Casas.
Those three?
Yeah.
Which
makes sense. There's not a lot of other people to center it around, but there is for the scale of this topic, which, by the way, great topic, Jerry. This is a very good, thought-provoking topic. There's a scale where it's like
certain.
Oh,
yeah, this is topic of the week. You just want topic of the week. But can
Fuck yes, dude.
Yeah, can we?
Fuck yeah!
Can you hit it, please?
Fucking yes! Topic of the week. Topic of the week. And you know what? I'm going to take this time up here. It's supposed to be my moment. I understand that. I understand it's supposed to be my moment, but guess what? Dan Peralt of the week, once again, 71 straight weeks atop the charts. Dan Peralt of the week yet again. The voting committee just across the dash here.
Damn it.
Just across the dash here. We already heard Steve say fuck earlier in the show. Not the worst thing a Peralta's ever said. But Dan Peralt...
Oh, God.
But Dan Peralt, he is a beacon of hope. He is a beacon of hope in a world full of hate. He is an amazing human being. So congratulations, Dan Peralt. 71 straight weeks Peralt of the week. Reigning
job,
after,
Dan.
by the way, if you didn't check out the last episode of the Section 10 Awards, Peralt of the year.
Peralt of the year.
Guess who it went to? Dan
it was Dan. I did come in second place, but yeah, Dan did win. Great job, Dan.
It was not, correct me if I'm wrong, this was not the most lopsided vote of the entire awards?
No, if I'm not mistaken, it was...
Duran winning Player of the Year?
No, Best at Hit. I believe it was Duran, or Best at... Wait, what was...
I thought it was the Clark's Ketchup Player of the Year.
Wasn't
no,
it
but that's
Rafaela
not... You can't vote
Field?
on that, though. That's just like one that we hand out that we already knew what who the winner was.
Oh.
No, what else did Duran win?
There was
the
those
hit.
two.
Yeah, it was Duran Best at Hit, I think, was 83%.
Oh.
Yeah.
But real quick, I kind of already made the point, but it was more just like the scale of this topic has to factor in like what you've already seen someone do versus what someone's potential could be, and the connection you've been able to build with somebody because you've watched them, 162 games a year. Or for Duran 160, he's got to be so pissed about that. That I know that's is his own fault, but like and then that he did 160 intentionally to be like, dude, I did my part. Like I don't know about those other two, but
he doesn't have to worry about 162 ever again because it's definitely not happening. But yeah, I don't know. I think when you start talking these players,
are we convinced that
Cora said it. Cora's like, we're not doing. He's not playing 162 next year.
I mean, it is kind of silly.
Fell across the board.
He didn't steal a bag for like a month. He was so
There's really no need outside of like trying to prove.
That was with the 2 days off. He was still tired.
There's really no point. 162. There's really no point in doing it.
Oh, give me 145, and I'm thrilled.
Yeah, 140 is fine.
Even like Rafaela was the most get. Cora was like, this guy needs to eat a sandwich or something. Like, he needs to add 30 pounds.
It was Rafaela, Slayton, and then Zach Kelly, who he was like, listen, Zach Kelly's going to be part of this next year. Just give him time. If you eat some food, you'll get first half Zach Kelly all 162 next year. They are committed to Zach Kelly.
I don't disagree. I don't hate Zach Kelly.
Good stuff. Just don't give up homers.
He was overtaxed. Like
Well, he also his elbow exploded the year before, and everyone thought he was going to need Tommy John. So, like, you can explain the workload problem there.
Yeah.
Got some DMs.
You got some what? What the fuck did you just say?
It's just letting you know we got some DMs.
Are they about Boostober?
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
They should be.
What's going on?
Boostober's my favorite time of the year.
Yeah.
You go to the Underdog app. You enter promo code Jared. That's Jared. You get up to $1,000 in bonus cash. And then on top of that, it's fucking Boostober, baby.
Baby!
There's a new boost in your Underdog app every day of the month. There's 31 days in this month. I don't know if people know that.
I knew that.
So
you want to
need
know
go
how I
out
know that?
there.
Was because
How
on
do you know
October 31st, that was when we went on the duck boats in 2018.
Oh, that's right. That was what a day.
Oh, some would say the
day.
best day that's ever been a day.
Who was there? Because I mean, my memory gets hazy. It's been some time now.
Brian Johnson, I know, was there.
Yeah.
Hector Velasquez was there.
Oh, he was loving it.
Yep. Rafael Devers was there.
Mm-hmm.
JD Martinez, who's in this game right now against the Dodgers, which is ironic because he was also on the Dodgers last year, and then the Dodgers was the team that he beat in the World Series, and then got us on the duck boats in 2018.
Yeah,
big time connection. There was a lot of people there.
Yeah, that was it. Probably unimportant at that point. But yeah, Boostober, promo code Jared, Underdog app. Get your boosts, get your tobers,
get them in, boost it. Steve,
we got some DMs.
Yeah, see, the thing about the DMs though, right, is like we can't do the song.
I know someone had proposed that I just remake the song and then we just play that. I don't hate
Tyler,
that, but I wanted to open that up
sing
to the
it now,
floor.
Tyler.
Yeah, sing it.
It goes down in the DMs. It goes down. It goes down in the DMs. It goes down, and then it cuts short because Jared never fixed the audio, right?
Oh man, that's tough.
No, that's not fair.
I mean, he was right. That's a tough one.
Yeah. Well, no. You don't know that I didn't fix it. We just couldn't use it because we couldn't use the music anymore.
There was a time that you didn't fix it and you played it, and then you, I think, suspended yourself for not fixing it.
Yeah.
That's correct.
But who's to say I didn't fix it? We just can't use it. No, you can't put your finger up in a suspension. No, that's not how that works at all.
Perfect timing. So, since we have Jake here, who is a fantastic producer and editor, Jared, I know you wouldn't lie to me or any of your friends here, so we're going to have you play it, and Jake, you can just, bleep this out. Go ahead, Jared.
I already removed it from the soundboard because we can't use it. I used a different spot on it. And you know what I replaced it with?
What? Fair.
That was the correct decision, by the way.
Yeah. That's I had to. If I can't use it, it's taking up a spot on the soundboard. So the soundboard is fluid. There's things that are on there that they don't always stay on there. There's things on there that get replaced. There's things on there that'll always be on there. But
fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's just, you gotta keep it moving. Yeah, like there's some stuff on here that I'll never be able to use again, which is unfortunate. But I mean, if we want to do a custom down on the DM song, then I'm happy to have it.
Yeah, I think we should. I mean, it's going to be back in the off season. We're going to have a lot of DMs. We got a ton of DMs for this submission here, so we might as well have the song. I really wish we could just play. I wish we could be like YouTube. Can we just we just got one song that we just want to play? Can we just let this one?
Do you get 10 seconds? Or am I stupid?
No, that's like radio.
No.
We just immediately get demonetized for
everything.
So
they just take the entire season because we want to play down.
You got he's rich because of us.
Yeah. Even though, I mean, nothing against our guy Will Fleming, but I'm pretty sure that didn't help us throughout the course of the season. No. He's like, this one's fine. And I'm like, this is like Frank Sinatra. This is not.
Yeah. It's that royalty-free Frank Sinatra song.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way. He's like got Bruce Springsteen. I'm like, no, these are good. They're cleared. These are all cleared.
Underground artist.
Yeah. Yeah.
Want me to get going though? Want me to?
No. The Masataka Yoshida surgery makes it pretty much a guarantee that he's untradeable, right?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
You're going to have to attach something and eat some money beforehand. I don't know.
Yeah. It's just not even going to be worth it.
The same as it was before.
I think timelines is the most interesting thing. Like McAdam had it today that they think he'll be ready for opening day. Like Matt McClain was hoping to return in August when he had his before the season. Never made it back. Ha-Seong Kim, late April, early May.
I'm sorry, say that name again?
Ha-Seong Kim.
You sports up guys gotta be real careful with names like that.
Yeah.
Was that bad?
Just saying you gotta be careful.
How did I say a word?
Tally, can we get it again, please?
Yeah, say it one more time.
I'm scared now.
No, you're good. Just say it again.
Go ahead.
Ha-Seong Kim.
Are you talking about the infielder for the Padres?
Yes.
Hassan Kim.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
Oh, I never knew that.
Ha-Seong Posada.
Posada.
Jeez, I've been saying his name like that for years, including on Name Redacted. That's embarrassing.
I guess.
I end up calling it.
I don't think many people are like that motherfucker.
No,
Can't get
I'm happy
Kim
to
right.
hear this.
Not to crap on the guy, but
Tally, you had a point, right? What were you saying? You were saying something, right?
I was going to say something.
The
You're talking about-
Oh,
he's
yeah.
probably not gonna be ready for
He
opening
just
day.
had it a week ago. He's aiming for late April, early May. So, like, I don't know. Obviously, Yoshida doesn't have to play the field. That will probably factor in. Kim's one of the best defensive shortstops in all of baseball. Who knows? We'll see with Yoshida. I just hope they don't, like, go into the year. Like, if he even is more up in the air, it should only, give them more reason to pursue a right-handed bat, more aggressively. Whether that, I'm not super in love with the qualifying offer to Tyler O'Neill, but I kind of look at Teoscar Hernandez and I'm worried he's going to get a QO too. After those two guys, like, there's really not a clear right-handed option you're kind of pursuing unless you're handing out serious money.
No, I think it would be cheaper to trade for a bat than it would be to trade for a pitcher.
I think that's where you get into, like, are you dealing for, like, Brent Rooker? Which would be cool, but, like, that's going to cost you a lot.
Jared's bad. The A's have never get a lot for their guys, ever. Literally ever.
Sean Murphy shot him out.
They've never once gotten a lot for one of their guys that they've, not even by accident, have they gotten a lot for a guy they've traded.
yeah. I already started working on Rooker.
Oh.
I mean, publicly, this is on Twitter today.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
it
The
was.
broadcaster
Twitter.com.
thing, I saw that too.
That'd be great.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to beat a dead horse here, but I think I just want the Red Sox to sign Juan Soto. That's just what I want them to do.
You're just not
That'd be
asking for
sick.
much. Just sign
Imagine
Soto.
the dual
dude.
press conference, Soto and Corbin Burns holding up Red Sox jerseys. That'd be
Just like,
unbelievable.
fucking yeah, dude. The Sox are back. I don't know. Maybe someday.
Like the Yankees losing the World Series in devastating fashion and signing Juan Soto would be I don't care if
Things
they
that
won
would
again.
do to my balls. Oh my God. Oh my God. It would be I can't even say it would transport me back in time because never has there been a player like this
No.
available at this age
No.
that you could take from the Yankees. The Red Sox never take anybody from the Yankees ever.
No.
When has that ever happened?
Who's even the last person?
I don't think there has been one. Ramiro Mendoza.
Garrett
Wow.
Whitlock.
I believe at the time when the Red Sox won the World Series in 2004, Ramiro Mendoza was the only player alive that had a ring with both franchises.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
It always seems like they go from the Sox to the Yankees and
Correct.
way less the other way around.
Never. Like, outside of Ramiro Mendoza, like, who the fuck? who went from the Yankees to the Red Sox
David Collin.
while they were still good?
Okay. I'm just going through the list
Mendoza,
here.
obviously.
Even like Tom Gordon went the other way. Like it's never.
They all go from Sox to Yankees.
Mark Bellhorn.
Right.
People forget. Kevin Youkilis.
Yeah, Louis Tiant. David Wells.
He sucked here, didn't
David
he?
Wells
he
was the
bad,
fucking opening day starter in 2005.
Yeah, but it wasn't good.
No, he wasn't good.
Youkilis went from here to there. They always go from here to there.
Yeah. There were a lot of 04 guys that ended
Wade
up there.
Boggs.
Who
I don't
else
think he
besides Bellhorn, Youkilis? Pedro wanted to go there.
The whole time.
Mike Lowell?
Manny too.
Mike Lowell started there.
Yeah. That's what we're talking about, right?
Did Mike Lowell?
Yeah.
He played
No,
for
he
the
was
Yankees?
like a prospect.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
played 8 games for the Yankees. Okay.
Yeah. He was a
Mike Lowell,
Mariners, for
Yankees
sure.
World Series champion.
Yeah,
They won in
yeah.
98, right? Against the
Yeah.
Padres, I think.
Yeah.
So Lowell's got a Yankees World Series ring.
We stole him from the Yankees.
Yeah.
I can't. No. Nobody.
Did Bill Miller go there? No.
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 He wouldn't do that shit.
No.
That's not a Bill Miller
Couldn't.
thing at all.
Looking for a job. Bill Miller. Coming to Boston.
Where the Marlins let him go?
Yeah. They fired everyone.
And
Well, Skip just was on his way out anyways, but
people are probably screaming Damon, but it's like we know that. That's all.
Yeah, no shit. Damon and Ellsbury we already talked about in this episode.
Yeah.
Is there anyone?
No. There's no
Oh.
like,
Evaldi?
but like they didn't even like him when he was there.
But I'm
They
talking
did
like
when he
from,
first got there.
from
Yeah.
Yankees to Reds, like directly to the Red Sox.
Directly,
Like that
yeah,
was
yeah,
the
yeah.
Rays, Red Sox. Like there was a buffer.
Yeah. Like he was also a Dodger.
It was consecutive. It was consecutive seasons played. He was 2 years in the Yankees, didn't play at all in 17, signed with the Rays, and then got traded to the Red Sox that season. So it was close, but obviously it wasn't direct.
Yeah. It just hasn't happened, I don't think.
No.
The only time it almost happened was Bernie Williams. That was the only time that it was like Bernie Williams was a stud. He was not the guy, but a guy with the Yankees, became a free agent, and the Red Sox, I think, made a better offer. And I think he took a little bit less to go back to the Yankees. He was like, yeah, fuck the Red
Probably.
Sox. He's like, I'm a Yankee. And that led to the Red Sox signing Manny.
Do you remember the Jeter rumors?
Oh,
Late
yeah.
in his career. They're
Yeah.
like, maybe he plays third for the Red Sox.
Yeah, they're like that was when Cashman like made him an offer, and he was like, "I'm Derek Jeter," and he was like, "Go see if another team will offer you more." Fucking
Right.
idiot.
Fucking idiot. He said that too.
I mean, I bet you it did get contentious because I mean, Jeets has stayed away for a long time. Like he's only now just going back, like a decade later. Like he was very bitter, I think, about that negotiation in particular, where I want to say the New York Post or one of those New York papers had Derek Jeter in a Red Sox hat. They were like, yeah, go to the Red Sox, dude.
It didn't even make sense, like baseball wise for us. It was like, the fuck are we going to do with this? What is this going to do?
Dude, like, why do we need Jeets? We got Julio Lugo, dude. Like, we're good.
Rest in peace.
Yeah,
Adam Ottavino, I mean, that barely counts, but that is a Yankees to Red Sox.
we didn't steal them. They fucking were like, yeah, go there, asshole. Who
Please.
cares?
Yeah, no one falls under
no,
like the, we got the guy.
Franklin
from the Yankees.
Herman.
Exactly. Like I said, nobody
No,
falls under that.
Yeah.
Wasn't it German too? Didn't he pronounce the G?
He changed it like 13
Frankie
fucking
G.
times when he was here. It was like 8 different
That's what I
ways.
mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking guy.
It was
He's
the most.
so pissed about it.
Every time they released a fucking media guide, he found a new way to say it.
There's no one.
Yankees have never sent us anybody of value.
No, I mean, Whitlock was sent to us, and that was like Heim's best move. And that was Rule 5, though. That wasn't even.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, in terms of even guys that like just played for the Yankees that then sign here, it just doesn't
Right.
happen.
Yeah, it doesn't happen.
Bellhorn went from Red Sox to Yankees in 05.
We fucking said that.
Did you? I didn't hear it. I'm sorry. Steven
Like the
Drew.
first guy,
Later.
Jared-
He's gonna be like
Jared-
Jacoby Ellsbury.
Yeah. Ever heard of him?
How have we not said this?
You guys said Steven Drew?
Yeah, Drew.
All right. Thank you.
I didn't say it, but I thought it. So
We fucking, yeah, they'll never forget it. They'll absolutely never get over that one.
who
Now
came
you're
back
like
in that deal?
In the
What deal?
Steven Drew deal?
Yeah.
Who the fuck? We traded him to the Yankees?
Kelly Johnson?
Kelly
That's
Johnson.
off the top of my head. I feel like I'm wrong.
No, that's right. Good job, T-Dog.
Attaboy.
I just remember it was another player that was useless.
Yo,
Attaboy T.
good, Tyler. That was
T.
good. Good job, Tyler.
Thank you.
That boy T.
Here you go,
High
T.
school.
Said T.
Hey,
No.
get him, T. There you go, T. What do you say?
Boy T.
You say T? You say kid?
Said T.
Wait, what are you doing now? What is that?
That's the move on when you get a hit. Like this, that was like my version of getting a hit.
That's your version of it. It just becomes like kind of a bear that's like about to fall in the water.
There's no.
Come on. That's what they would do.
Yeah, I don't like it.
No second baseman. Let's just sign Glaber, just so we can say we did it.
Yeah, I don't think we talked about that. That celebration stunk this year. We need a better celebration next year.
That celebration fucking... It needs to be retired.
All right.
Well, if you can see, no one even wanted to do it. Like, anytime guys got a base, they're like, they didn't even want to do the celebration. That's how much it sucked.
Sucks.
That's where you miss Franchi. Franchi was just the celebration king, man.
I still
Every
can't
time he'd
believe
come back
he
up.
was that guy. I can't believe it. When they said that, I think it was Duran mentioned. He's like, yeah, dude, it's always Franchi. I'm like, it's always Franchi.
Franchi was awesome. And you go to Franchi Cordero's baseball reference. What hat is he wearing? Yankees hat. This kills me.
Another guy, Red Sox to Yankees. Another legend that went from here to there.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Did Willie Mo Pena go to the Yankees?
That sounds
I
right.
can't take that right now. I couldn't.
Yeah, like don't look it up.
Look it up. Look it up.
No, I think you're right. It was over the
I think he
offseason.
went to the Yankees. He didn't play with them, though.
He did not.
Well, he had the first week of the season where he went nuts in New York, Franchi.
Huh?
Oh, we're talking
yeah.
Willie
Franchi.
Mo.
I'm talking Willie Mo
Yeah,
Pena.
Franchi went off. Franchi went
Willie
off.
Mo did not.
All right.
Cincinnati, Boston, Nationals, Arizona, Seattle. Done.
Tyler, do you know
A lot
what
of these other guys in the Yankee jersey, it's like whatever. Willie Mo can't do it.
Can't
No.
can't take it. Do you know what the Mo stands for in Willie Mo, Tyler?
No.
Just asking.
Mo money?
Mo money.
Oh, James Paxton. What are we talking about?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Why isn't anyone talking Paxton?
Was there a team in between though?
Yes, yeah, of course.
You know who's talking Paxton?
Yeah, with the
Alex
Seattle
Cora.
like, blew his elbow out.
It's like that bag of shit.
Yeah. It's like, why isn't anyone shitting on this injured retired guy?
Start writing your
crazy.
articles on this dickhead.
Yeah.
Also, Kenley taunting me with these workout videos, just telling me how healthy he is and how okay he is. Can't do it anymore.
So
I had to
funny.
unfollow.
He posted, like, he's like watching the Yankees game. He's like, these guys are pitching their dicks off. It's like, thanks, Franchi. Or thanks, Kenley.
I posted the video.
Probably is too.
I posted the video of the home run robbery Duran had in Baltimore in like August, and it is really funny because you watch Jansen's reaction and he looks pissed that Duran caught the ball. Like, there's no celebration. It's no like this. It's just staring dead at him in center field.
Yeah.
Very funny.
Like, attaboy, Mike. Ref Snyder. Ref Snyder was a Yankee.
Oh yeah, huge Yankee prospect, right?
Mm-hmm.
Second base did.
Out of Arizona.
I mean, Paxton had a buffer too, though.
Yeah, he
Oh,
did.
big time.
So
We've just never done it.
yeah, they don't go from there.
Now
to
it's
they
the
just don't
time
do
to
it.
strike. We've been waiting for this moment.
Mm-hmm.
Ben Rice to the Boston Red Sox.
I'd stop watching.
You could also make the case that like Soto's not even like a real Yankee.
He's
Like,
earning
he
his
played one
pinstripes.
year there. It's like, yeah, like all right, so he went from the Yankees to the Red Sox, but like if he had played his whole career there and then you take him in his prime, then that's a real backbreak.
That's like a can you earn your stripes in 1 year type of question. I don't know.
Well,
Yeah, he's
if he
fucking
wins a ring,
trying. He's certainly trying.
he's dragging Aaron Judge's carcass to the World
Oh,
Series.
100%.
Him
But you
and-
saw that Judge got one homer, though. You did see that, right?
No, I saw
The-
that. Yeah.
All right, cool.
The only joy I've gotten out of the Yankees run so far is every Yankee fan, thanks to Hubs, outing themselves as bigger morons than even I expected when they were like, you gotta bench Stanton, right?
Oh,
He's like,
yeah.
clearly your second best hitter. Like, what are you talking about? Especially this time of year. Obviously, throughout the regular season, no. You want to bench Giancarlo Stanton in the fucking playoffs? What are you,
Can't do it.
stupid?
Can't do it.
But even if he's not a career Yankee, them trading what they traded for him, even if I didn't think they gave up a lot, them parting with those players, Michael King having the year he had, and then them using the rest of those pieces to go get Dylan Cease. If you were to steal him, they would be devastated. Cashman would be devastated.
They have a number.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is not the George Steinbrenner Yankees. Like, I don't think the Yankees are not going to go crazy.
No,
I think it's
going down after this year.
That, like, they have a number in mind. They hope that Juan Soto likes New York enough to where he wants to stay for that number. And Juan Soto is going to call up fucking whatever his name is, Jebediah Steinbrenner. What's his fucking name? Hal Steinbrenner. He's going to call him up and he's going to say, you know what, Hal? I do like New York. Thanks for the introduction. I'm going to the Mets. He's going to sign for $100 million more than what the Yankees offered. And that's it. That's all she wrote.
What do you think?
Why can't the Red Sox be that team? 600? 650?
I think I would offer.
What, you think that's high?
No, I would offer.
I think he's going to want the Ohtani deal. Definitely. And then it's like, how much different is it going to be for the highest bidder? Which will probably be Steve Cohen.
Didn't the Nats offer him? I know they offered him way less in terms of dollars, but didn't they try to defer all the payments? And he was like, no, I want it up front, brother.
They were deferring it till like 2050, though. Ohtani, I believe, can collect it all the day he retires, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
14 years, 440 for Juan Soto. That was the extension.
But it was crazy deferred.
Mm-hmm. Because if I recall, when Strasburg and Scherzer signed, there were heavy deferrals in those deals as well.
Oh, they're still fighting Strasburg over the end of that deal. Like, they don't want to pay him that, even though they broke him.
That was the wildest thing before the actual retirement, when they were like, it's done, it's wrapped up. And then he's like, oh, you're trying to fuck me on this money, aren't you? Yeah. I'm good. I'll be rehabbing. I'll see you in spring training.
They want him to, they were like, you need to come to spring training. And it was like, what? Like, what are you doing, dude? It's such a bad business. I would put 15,750 right on his plate for
Easy.
Soto. And he would take that unless someone offered more.
15, so yeah, that would do it. There's no way that wouldn't do it. Of course.
Yeah, unless someone's going to go to $1 billion, I think he would take that.
Cohen would go to $1 billion when like the second highest offer is 500. It's like, nope. I'm
Honestly,
giving you $1 billion.
You'd make it back. Like, I understand part of the Dodgers thing is all the advertising in Japan and all that, and getting that market, and the Senga Yamamoto game is the most watched playoff game ever and shit like that. Like, I get that's part of it. Soto and Boston or the Mets or the Yankees is going to make a shit ton of money for the team. Like, if the Red Sox came out and they were like, hey, everyone in the city has to buy 10 Juan Soto jerseys, I think we'd all do that.
Easy.
Yeah, do it tomorrow.
Jared, you texting that offer over to Craig?
Yeah, he's letting him know right now.
Let him know right now. Yeah, he's in on the deal. He's in on the deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Game Time's in on the deal too. It's Game Time. It's an authorized ticket marketplace in Major League Baseball, which makes getting tickets easier and faster. Prices on the Game Time app actually go down the closer that it gets the first pitch, with killer last minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and their lowest price guarantee. Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying MLB tickets. Jake, are you where are you right now?
I'm in West Village in New York City, baby, getting ready for Game 4 of the NLCS.
That's what I'm talking about. Jake's going to the game. He downloaded the Game Time app. He's got tickets. He's going to the game tomorrow. He's going to the game tomorrow. He's going to have an awesome time because of Game Time. Curation makes it easier to save more on sports, concerts, comedy, theater, and more. Save even more with the exclusive in-app deals on select seats ahead of the game or the event. Save even more when you choose a section and you let Game Time choose the seats for you. Toggling the all-in pricing feature shows the total upfront with no surprise fees at checkout. Get a panoramic view from your seat in the app before you buy. The lowest price guarantee or Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. Your purchase is covered with the most flexible customer service policy in the ticketing industry today. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets, MLB tickets, and more with Game Time Picks. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use the promo code SECTION10 to get $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, use the promo code SECTION10, SECTION10 for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. So yeah, I don't know. I don't want to keep talking about. What?
Say the thing.
Steve, what time is it?
Game time.
Yeah. I'm not. No, it's not in the read anymore. That was part of the read. It's not in the read anymore. You can check it yourself. Jake, is it in the read?
Not in the read.
It's not in the read.
It's just so great, though. I think it's one of my favorite things of any read.
Well, I mean, I'll continue to do it if you want to do it. I didn't know it was something that you look forward to. I don't know.
Can you keep doing it?
Yeah.
I like when you do it.
Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah. No problem. No problem, Steve.
All right, perfect.
No problem. Happy to do it. Happy to do it.
For all of you.
For all of you.
Oh.
Yeah. Down in the DM, bitch!
Down in the DM, as always, brought to you by Ronald's Napkins. They clean your fucking face.
Mm-hmm.
First one comes in from Mike.
No, it doesn't.
Maybe it's
First
short
one-
for something. What's it
Yeah,
short
it's short for Michaela.
Oh, hey, no.
First one comes in from Jesse.
Hey, Jesse!
If the entire Clark's
You make this up? I think he made it up, Cole.
if the entire
think he
Clark's
I think he-
ketchup, I didn't make this up. I actually didn't make this up.
All right, okay. All right.
If the entire Clark's Ketchup Series MVP voter group was in the Hunger Games, who's coming out on top?
I want to say. Oh, that's a good question. Like, you got to have that killer instinct, which I feel like Lou's got it. I feel like Will's got it. You don't think Lou has a killer instinct?
I think
I don't know if
Lou
that
wins. I think Lou survives a while.
Guy. Yeah, we're all thinking the same guy. It's
Will is the
clearly
most
OB.
athletic.
Oh,
Is he?
I mean, you got to be skillful as well. You've got to be smart.
I think OB could really like strangle somebody. I think he could really
A
end
lot
your
of
life
untapped
fast.
rage there.
I think he could kill someone quick.
David Ortiz.
Yeah.
David Ortiz.
I'm sick of this job. Just want to hang out with my wife. I got Euclid. I got Kevin Euclid.
You got Uke?
Yeah, got Uke. He's got. I feel like he'd be comfy in those situations, like in the jungle, the woods, wherever exactly that is.
Is he a
can
hunter?
clearly tackle somebody. He took out Porcello. He just ran right through him, so he can get physical.
He kind of got thrown on the ground by skinny ass teenage Rick Porcello.
And I think he's got good precision. You look at the stance there. Like if he had a bow and arrow, I think he could easily handle that.
Well, he's got
go with
power.
Kevin Euclid. He's got power too. Yeah.
Got a great eye.
Uke is a good pick. Tyler,
So
you
we're
can just talk.
Just talk.
Just talk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just say the answer.
I think Middlebrooks hunts as well, so he's used to killing things.
Does
He's
he?
from the South.
Yeah, I think he's a hunter. Yeah.
Okay, he just doesn't post like that's all of Cutter Crawford's
But-
Instagram is look what I killed.
Haircuts and hunting.
Middlebrook's got a bad wheel.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's got a bad wheel. So if he's got to be running around in the woods, something to consider. No
Who do
love
we
for
think's
TC
dying
here.
first? Like who's dying quick? With no disrespect to this, whoever this ends up being.
I mean, right
Jemai's too nice.
Jemai's
He's
sorry,
too
Jemai.
nice.
Jemai's definitely dying first. He wouldn't kill somebody. Jemai's like the nicest guy of all time.
Yeah, no.
He would say he'd be like, you know what, just take me out, guys. Like just
Yeah. He'd be like,
just end
honestly,
this.
best of luck to you guys. May the best man win, but I'm
Yeah.
just not trying to
I've
hurt
had a
anybody.
good run doing this Red Sox thing. This team's going nowhere. Just kill me.
Yeah.
TC?
He's gonna snap any day now.
There
can't
was
believe
that
he
incident
hasn't.
at Nesson. We saw it for a second. It kind of came out a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Yeah, 'cause you were
bathroom
in the
incident?
bathroom.
The bathroom incident was real.
What bathroom incident?
Were you not
we
there
were
for that?
When we were done, both bathrooms, it's insane. There's only 2 bathrooms, but both bathrooms were occupied. And he was like, I can't fucking believe people use the bathroom right before I gotta get on air every goddamn night.
Well, he was doing the thing where he was trying to make it seem, but he was dead serious. He's like, "Can you fucking believe this shit?" But he's just like, I'm like, "No, I know you're upset right now and you're trying to pee."
I missed that.
It was actually pretty funny.
That's funny.
TC's good at being like very blunt and mixing in funny. I mean, obviously he's been doing this for a long time. But yeah, if you 30 years at Nesson, I mean, I was there for 3 and I wanted to blow my brains out. He's gonna be ready to snap.
Yeah, Nesson
sure.
years are like dog years.
They are. They really are.
Yeah. No, TC, I feel like he should be considered like a dark horse.
Yeah, you're gonna get good odds on him.
Yeah.
Lou has a chance, man. Lou's got a chance.
Lou's like a top 3 guy. Yeah,
he's got the dog in him.
I was saying no before you started saying Lou. I was more trying to give OB his flowers.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
And also, Tyler's the first one to die, no doubt.
Me?
Well, Tyler's not. I thought the point was like the panel not being us, right?
Oh, I thought for sure we were involved.
Okay, I guess I treated that as like the people that Jared texts to get the answers.
Yeah. Then definitely Tyler would be the first to die.
Mm-hmm.
But
I don't go down easy. I'm a fighter.
But would you get gassed though, Tyler?
No, sneaky athletic.
Oh my God! Please, we've seen
sneaky
you in athletic.
You're
situations.
sweating now.
I am a little warm. You're not
Dad's
wrong.
been sitting down.
I'm ready for all climates.
You're sweating
and
in
I
a
swim
pool.
well.
Yeah, you sweat when it's cold.
Pool.
I sweat when it's hot. I'm always sweating. You can't throw a climate at me where I'm not sweating.
I'm exhausted existing.
I have no internal cooling system.
I'm gonna win the Hunger Games. I don't know. No, that was a good one though.
Yeah.
Good question, Jesse. This comes in from Mike.
Hey, Mike.
This is Mike with a dog named Nomar. Mike.
Oh,
Shout
cool.
out, Mike.
Yeah.
I really like this question. Probably one of my favorites of the batch. Mm-hmm. If you could have one prop from any movie ever, what would it be?
Wow.
Probably they probably used a bunch of them, but a knife from the original Halloween would be cool.
Mm-hmm. That seems gettable for you. I feel like the items that you have at your house now, a knife from Halloween seems like you could purchase that.
I have a shadow box with like the Halloween logo on it, and there's a knife in there. So like, I could just
you have
lie.
the place that could just go.
Yeah, I could just lie and be like, yeah, this is from the
movie.
movie. Yeah,
this is the only one that you use the whole time.
Yeah, I do have that.
I would love the baseball from the Sandlot.
Oh,
Babe Ruth ball.
Yeah,
that'd be really cool.
Yeah. I would like the entire ship from Titanic.
You could fit that in your house.
Just put it in my backyard. That'd be sick.
Which house is it? You'll see it. I promise you'll see it.
Yeah, you're not gonna miss this.
You'll see it.
You'll see it from a ways out.
Yeah,
you'll for sure see it.
Yeah, can't miss it.
The neighbor's like, "Are you fucking serious, dude?" Like this.
My grass hasn't gotten sunlight since you put that thing up there. It's brown. It's patchy. The owls live in our backyard permanently. They're hooting all day.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of people always say like the Batmobile, like the DeLorean. Like I'm trying to think of something that's not a car.
Tyler, put
I was thinking while Coley was talking.
Just say
I
words.
want Rick Grimes' pistol.
Who?
That's what I want from The Walking Dead.
That's a.
Did you say TV show? Were TV shows involved?
They made a movie as well.
Movie was the question.
They did.
There was no movie.
Yes, they're working. That's like the whole idea, isn't it? No. Isn't that what they're working on right now?
Kike just hit another home run.
Thank God.
Lil Poppy.
Lil Pop?
Yeah.
Lil Poppy. Wow.
Lil Poppy just hit another postseason homer.
Dodgers, Yankees.
I just, while we were talking, right before you asked this question, ordered a 10-year anniversary box set for Interstellar, which is one of my favorite movies ever. But there's no, prop from that.
Yeah.
There's nothing in that. I'll stick with baseball. One of the original Baseball Furies outfits from Warriors. That would be sick.
That's a really good one. I like that a lot. With Titanic, I mean the door or the door frame from Titanic, I think would be pretty sick.
The
I
door.
actually looked it up. It just sold for $700,000.
Who fucking has it?
Whoever bought it. It didn't
let's
say the
rob
name.
that guy and it's free.
Yeah. Let's find that. We went to, when they had the All-Star game in LA, we went to like this Oscars movie prop museum, which was incredible. And they had like the Dorothy slippers, the R2-D2, and like C-3PO from the original Star Wars movies. And they had the Jaws. They had the shark that was like refurbished, to look as accurate to what it was in 1975. If you had the Jaws like hanging in your house, that would be incredible. That's a classic like wife girlfriend would be like, we're not getting this, but if you had that, that would be all time.
I'm shocked you didn't pick the Jeep from Jurassic Park.
Yeah, I thought you were
true.
definitely going Jurassic Park there.
But I'm not like, I live in the city right now. I don't even like have a car. So I'm more thinking like right now, what would I want? The easiest thing is the Sandlot baseball.
Baseball.
It would be cool.
Yeah. Of all movies ever, it's like, just give me a baseball, please. Thanks.
A slightly chewed baseball.
Yeah.
Where is that?
That's all
I
we
bet
need.
you could find that.
It was at the Hall of Fame. It's not there anymore, but it was there. So I don't know. I think somebody loaned it to the Hall and now they have it back. But
Did anyone mention the Goofy movie while I was gone?
It didn't come up, no?
Yeah, the pizza from that movie.
Let's hear him out.
Yeah, the pizza.
Possum?
Huh?
Oh, okay.
No,
I thought you
the
said
pizza.
possum.
It is the best looking pizza I've ever seen in my entire life. I would kill for a slice of that.
It's a good looking pie.
Did anyone mention the Goofy movie? Well,
I was
of all movies ever that could be made, like, I got a good feeling they talked about the Goofy movie while I was...
It's a classic.
I agree with you. I think it's very slept on. I put it in my top 10 for Disney, and people always give me a crazy look.
Oh, man. That's funny.
Yeah.
I think, all right, wait, Jake, what are you picking?
I would go Adam Sandler's hockey stick putter from Happy
Ooh, that's a great pick.
Very good.
Like that.
That's a very good pick,
Like
Jake. Yeah, strong pick.
That's smart. You can put that in any house, you don't need some huge space for it. That's smart.
Oh, people would walk in and immediately be like, that's the Happy Gilmore putter, right? Yep. Everyone knows.
I hate that they're coming out with a sequel to that.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, I didn't know that. That sucks. With Sandler, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're filming it right now, right?
MJF,
I was
your
gonna
20
say,
favorite wrestlers.
Don't love that.
But
all right, next
MJF
one.
is in it.
Whoop.
You don't love that MJF is in it?
Got no problem with that.
Yeah, you love MJF.
Yeah. I love Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Next one comes in from Laser Show.
Hey, no, that's not someone's real name. You got to use
Next one
government
comes in
names.
from Charles.
Hey, Charles.
Charlie.
Glad Down in the DMs is back. Would you beat up Tyler if it meant the Yankees would not win the World Series? I love Tyler, but I hope everyone would beat him up.
Yeah.
Yes. Like, that's the
Obviously,
easiest thing
yeah.
ever. And I think Tyler might even say yes to that, right?
He'd be like, beat me, daddy. Yeah.
I would not say that. I
Yes,
would
he
not
would.
say
Yes, he
hurt
would.
me, daddy. No, I
Be
don't
like,
want
after
Yes,
you
he
beat me, show me the money.
You think I'm gonna
Yeah,
moan
show
as
me
you
that
guys are punching me?
money. You would do that if it meant the Yankees not winning the World Series. But you're also one of those fucking idiots that thinks that that's going to make a difference in the Red Sox offseason plans.
I didn't say that. This is just the opposite of what I said. I was like, I don't believe this, but this is what people are clinging to.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should do it just to make sure.
For charity. Yeah. Because the fact that this question happened, like, maybe this is true. Maybe if we beat them up, then they're definitely not going to win.
What a cursed image that's going to be. Tyler wearing a Yankee jersey from the All-Star game and the year that they won the World Series.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, that's out there somewhere. So we're going to have to beat the positive vibes out of Tyler.
Yeah.
So that the Yankees
Ben Rice
don't
is going
win
to
it.
have me in the parade, isn't he?
Yeah.
I know he didn't make the roster,
Ben
but
Rice is not invited to the parade.
No.
Yankee fans
The
forget
second they
he's
beat
even
the
on the team.
Guardians, we're beating the shit out of you, Tyler.
Yeah.
That's just what has to happen.
do what you have to do.
All right. This comes in from Redmond,
Hey, Redmond.
and it is the main question of the week.
Yeah, we got to get the sound. Do you still have the sound effects from before?
I can try to find that one. I don't think there's any copyright issues, so we'll bring that one back.
Yeah,
but, hey guys,
it was like a foghorn, the
and the
ocean,
seagulls,
and
the ocean.
seagulls. Yeah.
No, we'll get that.
Yeah, we need that.
Redmond from Maine here. As sad as I am to see Theo and Terry Francona go, I'm really excited for the Bobby Valentine era. I think his experience with the Mets in Japan will really help out with the Red Sox, and I especially think Bobby will mesh really well with the veterans of the team like Ortiz, Pedroia, Youkilis, and Beckett. Can't wait for the 100th anniversary of Fenway Park. Most of all, I'm eager for the upcoming 2012 MLB draft. Lots of great prospects like Carlos Correa, Byron Buxton, Kevin Gausman, or Corey Seager. But you know who I really have my eye on? A pitcher from Monmouth University by the name of Patrick James Light. He is really great stuff and seems like the kind of guy you can rely on for years to come in many big moments. Really hope the Red Sox can find a way to take him in the draft. Can't wait for this awesome season we're about to embark upon. Redmond.
Wow. I mean, Redmond, listen, man. Future's bright, brother.
Daniel Bard's going to be an ace for years to come, I promise you.
Yep, we're going to move Bard to the rotation. Your dreams are going to come true, and we're going to draft Patrick James Light. Done deal. Boom. He's a Red Sox.
Wow.
First round.
Daniel Bard and Pat Light, 1-2.
Oof. It's going to be big. I'm excited.
Yep.
And I agree. Valentine is going to mesh very well with this team.
Yeah. He's going to bring all of his
gonna
expertise from Japan. And
mustache, the whole thing.
Heard him and Beckett hit it off.
Yep. Yeah. And Youkilis. Last one comes in from Kyle. We got plenty more to spread out over the offseason, by the way. So if you didn't get your question, we're going to still ask it. Don't worry. What's up, fellas? Hope all is well. One of my favorite Section 10 episodes was when y'all had the peanut vendor on the show and everybody did their best peanut guy impressions, and it was hilarious. Would love to hear y'all try your best impressions again, especially Tyler, since he wasn't on the show at the time. Thanks, guys.
All right, T-Dog. Let's go, T. Peanut!
Thank you.
Gonna scare the shit out of everybody in the crowd.
Did I say
he
it
also
in a
has
weird
only
way?
one. He's got one nut.
Yeah, I got a nut here. I got one nut. Who needs it?
Peanut!
He's just holding it up.
It was like he said that like he was tied up and there was a man holding a gun to his mother's head and said, "What's the password?" "I'm not telling you." "What's the password?" And then he pulls again. "Peanut!" That's the password. He was angry that he had to give it up, but damn it, that was the password.
An unbelievable bit, and I don't know if we could pull it off, but sending Tyler to Fenway Park. I know he's never been, but sending him to Fenway Park and him like having his own peanuts that he walked around with. Like he just like put on an Iron Max shirt and just walked around just trying to sell. Like, is that illegal? Would they even know? Would they even know?
They wouldn't. I think it's illegal, but they wouldn't know. They definitely wouldn't know. If he just had the right Aramark shirt on, and we don't make a whole thing out of it, we don't have like Eamon just like slowly following him like a huge camera. Like we don't do that.
We would need Eamon at like the top of an aisle or row.
Yeah.
And him mic'd up so he could get that shot from distance. But yeah, him trying to sell peanuts. That you'd get into a problem with people trying to like use credit cards and stuff. But I know.
We could set it. Dude,
I'm good with money. I used to work at a bank.
We could set a higher lower on Underdog. How many bags of peanuts does he sell?
When I was in high school.
Doing what?
We had a Harbor One in Brockton High, and there was a program when you were a senior that you could work in the bank. Like it was a class.
Bank.
Yes, it was. I handled real money with checking and savings accounts.
What were they thinking?
I was great.
You worked at like the fucking high school gift shop is what you're saying.
No, it was Harbor One. It was a real bank.
Brockton High is a wild place. They've got a lot going on in that school.
A ton.
They have a bank inside the school?
Yes, yeah. Harbor One.
That doesn't count. You worked at the bank inside your high school while you were in high school.
There's no difference between what you do at a regular bank if you're running like a little teller spot and what you were doing at Brockton High.
Why do they have a bank inside Brockton High?
There's a lot of money moves going on during the day there. A lot of money moves.
I guess so. I guess so. All this talk about vending really makes me want a Blue Moon, though. Because some beers can say that they're brewed for baseball, but only Blue Moon is brewed by baseball. And beer and baseball, they just go together. No beer goes better than the one that was literally born in a ballpark. Blue Moon was created at Coors Field in Denver, Colorado. It's the natural choice for opening day and all season long. Jake, do they have Blue Moons in New York?
They fucking better have some at Citi Field or else I'm not drinking anything.
That's right. That's right. Jake's going to have his Blue Moons ready to go from its refreshing flavor with Valencia orange peel. For a subtle sweetness and hints of coriander. Blue Moon Belgian-style wheat ale is a one-of-a-kind beer that's made brighter. It's carefully crafted and full-flavored with refreshing notes and a smooth, creamy finish. Blue Moon was brewed by baseball to give you a dose of nostalgia and get you excited for the new season. Why strike out with the same old beer when you can get something that is one-of-a-kind? Its bold flavor, bright explosion of color, and iconic orange slice ritual guarantees a one-of-a-kind beer experience that is perfect for spring weather. Best served with its signature orange garnish to showcase its beautiful hazy color. A beer this good only comes around once in a blue moon, but you can enjoy it all season long. Bring the ballpark to you with Blue Moon Belgian style wheat ale. It's a one of a kind every time. Get Blue Moon delivered by visiting get.bluemoonbeer.com/Jared to see your delivery options. That is get.bluemoonbeer.com/Jared. Blue Moon, made right or celebrate responsibly. Blue Moon Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Really quick, those Tristan Casas quotes, T-Dog, where did he say that? Where is that from? Was that from an Alex Spear piece?
Julian McWilliams.
Julian McWilliams. Shout out Julian McWilliams. Great guy. Love Julian McWilliams. Potential Clark's Ketchup Series MVP voter in the future.
Oh.
Maybe a 2025 voter.
If we add, do we have to get rid of?
Yeah, you would probably lose your vote.
Just the rules, though. It's just how it goes.
Yeah.
That's mean.
I would never do that to you, T. You know I love you, T.
I do.
You know you're my guy, T.
I hope.
I mean, who else here has hugged you?
It's a good point. Coley would never hug me. He wouldn't even think about it.
Why?
Steve doesn't seem like the hugging type.
I don't hug a ton. I don't think we've hugged, but I'm not against it.
No, and I think Jake wouldn't hug me out of respect to you.
Yeah, I'm all set.
Have I hugged Steve? I've hugged Steve, yeah.
Have we hugged? Come on now.
You don't think we've hugged?
No, we've definitely hugged.
I've seen you guys
Absolutely.
hug.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so then what the fuck?
Do you hug Coley?
What the fuck to what?
It's your reaction sounded like if I were a listener, I would have been like, oh, so they've never even thought about hugging. The way that you're like, we've hugged? The way that you said it. That's all.
Oh, okay. No, I had the we hug in the other category of like, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, we're a big hugging pod. We hug for the most part. Pat hugs, Pete hugs, Feidelberg hugs.
Mm-hmm.
Fights is a big hugger. Yep.
Fights. He's a little on the obese side, but
yeah,
great hugger.
That's why, though. That's why he's a good hugger.
Yeah, there's just like
Fights is a whale, but like this guy can hug.
Yeah, it's like when you give Fights a hug, it's almost like you're just squeezing memory foam, you know?
Right.
He was hugging like crazy. Section 10 night. He was hugging.
Yeah, he was hugging. He is
big fatso.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's just a hunk of man meat under those clothes, Johnny Feidelberg. Yeah, maybe we'll do an old school Friendsgiving with Pete, Pat. I mean, who knows if Pat will show up? I hope so. I talked to him the other day.
Is he okay?
Why wouldn't he be?
I just haven't heard from him since the last time we recorded together.
Ages.
He doesn't answer my texts.
He's just very involved in the business world. Like he's even like kind of like short with me now.
Wow. Is he changing?
Talking business with him?
No, that's the problem. Is I wasn't talking business. I'll say this with no spoilers. The last time I did text him, I was like, I think I have a business opportunity for you, and that's probably why he answered. And he was interested in the business opportunity, by the way.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I gave him 10.
Yeah. So, yeah, maybe a little Pete B, Pat L, Johnny F, and Brock H on the Friendsgiving. Who else is missing from that equation?
Maybe passing, but he wouldn't want to do it.
No, he wouldn't want to be on with that many people. He would be like, this is stupid.
We do need Brock's reaction to losing favorite guest of the year, even though the award's named after him. Named after understandable. Him. Yeah. But still, I'm sure he has some thoughts. I think he commented on the post, actually.
He's probably pissed.
He's not happy about it.
If I know Brock, he's very competitive.
Miss you, B-Dog.
Yeah, he loves you, T-Dog.
He said, don't expect your reward, Jeffrey.
Oh, he's not going to give up the trophy.
Yeah, he's not giving it up.
Okay.
Still no acceptance speech from Jeff Passan.
Yeah, he don't give a fuck, dude.
No.
I almost respect that.
That's kind of one of the top Passan things. The don't give a fuck element of his life. It's like the lead of his existence. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Empty the bench real quick. I bought a massage chair, and the only rule is Tyler cannot use it.
I've never sat in a massage chair before.
I know, but like you just
you don't know what you're missing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Does it have the bottom massagers?
Huh?
Like for your glutes?
Your buttocks?
For your bottom.
The anal
for your
region.
bottom. Yeah, massages everything. It basically tongues your ass if you want it to.
Ugh. Promise I can't use it?
You just look like you like have crumbs on you.
That is, dude. Where I hate that you say this.
Why?
I think I smell pretty good as a gentleman. I
didn't
say
you don't smell good. You give off crummy vibes.
Just like I'm this slob walking through life.
Steve.
I gotta say this, and Tyler, this is no disrespect to you.
Oh no.
This is the craziest thing.
Shit.
What the fuck are you about to say?
Oh shit.
I just gotta say it. I've been holding this in for months. There was one altcast where Tyler did not smell great. Tyler, I don't know if you were coming off a full day of work. There was one altcast where I was like, oh, T-Dog don't smell great right now.
Jesus Christ.
T.
Do you remember? Letting you know, just for future. I think it might have been the last one. When it was me and you, there was no McMahon.
T, you have a long day, T?
Was it a long day at the hub?
It was the day after Section 10 night. Did you not shower?
Yeah, maybe he smelled like chlorine.
Nesson, okay. I'm thinking, yeah, that might be.
I never smell good at Nesson. Yeah, that's fine.
Every time I'm there, I reek. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Wow.
It wasn't brutal, but I was like, oh, T.
T.
Gee, just cut the fuck out of me.
I'll stand up for T right here and say, I've been very close to him many times. He's always smelled good to me.
That was the ononly time. It was one time.
I think it was, if it was the night after Section 10 night, maybe it was just a buildup of chlorine in his lungs that was coming out of his mouth.
It was all just pouring out of his pores.
Yeah.
The last Section 10 night was bad because that was the day I ran home because I forgot my iPad. But damn.
And you didn't shower since?
No, I did shower. I definitely showered. I'd worked the whole day.
Uh-huh.
That's hurtful.
Yeah.
You're mean, Steve.
T.
I was just saying.
T.
It's okay.
Oh, you know what? We should do a Section 10. You know what? Where are we at on the fucking Section 10 Christmas party for all religions? Where are we at on that?
Oh, it's coming.
Yeah, it's coming.
Do we have like an idea of where it's going to be?
Jake, how many guests do we have locked in terms of performers?
I know we put the lineup out not too long ago. It was like 50 or 60. I think.
Just don't know where we're at, like contract wise, with those folks.
Yeah, well, that's why
pen to paper on them.
$45,000 a ticket.
Yeah, the tickets. Get ready to spend some money. These tickets are going to be very expensive. It's like general admission's like $200,000.
Yeah. if you want a table, it's $800,000.
Yeah, and that's like the back of the whole building.
Yeah.
Gonna be sick though.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to get going on that. I really want to make that happen.
Got a big meeting tomorrow where I
We
think
do?
that's really all we're going to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Are you in this meeting, Steve?
Yeah, 9 a.m. Can't
9
wait.
a.m.
That's when I thrive.
I mean, father of two, I'm up at 5:30. You know.
No, I know.
Thank
so
you.
9 a.m. I'm waiting around all goddamn day for this meeting.
Lunchtime.
Yeah, seriously. Like I'm on meal number 2 by the time we have this 9 a.m. meeting. It's crazy, but you got to do it for the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Got to do it for the kids. Yeah. That's dad life, T.
It's hard, man. It's really hard. You got to end this podcast before I start crying.
Hey, I think you smell good, T.
Oh, I was just saying it was that one time.
No,
We're just
it's
letting
okay.
him know.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
just
not-
circle
okay.
back and then try to solve it.
Yeah, he's not doing well ever since you said that.
Guy had
I know,
one
I kinda
bad
feel
day.
Just
And it was
one
no
put-
disrespect. You got to remember, it was no disrespect.
He did say no disrespect.
I heard it.
Yeah.
Didn't mean it didn't hurt.
Yeah.
What the? Is that you, T?
T, is
No,
that you?
It's here.
I thought that was
More
a suspension
alarming.
music. I was so confused.
I had
Yeah,
I had
get this
Coley
stinky motherfucker out of here.
This guy stinks. Suspend
Coley
him.
was dead last on the list of people that I would have expected to be
Nope.
the beep guy.
I didn't even factor it in that
Yeah.
it could be him.
I mean, it's so alarming to happen here.
I mean, Jake would have made sense if it's New York.
Jake's
that was
in
like
New
my
York.
entire time living there. It was just sirens and horns
Shut
and everything. I was
Shut
so
the hell up.
pissed.
Yeah,
Lived right next to a
there's video.
firehouse, and it was always sirens.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
Mm-hmm. Okay, boom.
Oh yeah, there was a video. I got very upset one time. That's right.
That video's out
Say
there.
hey, Pete.
That was a Pete video. All right. We'll be back when? Next week?
Yeah, a week from now.
Next Wednesday? What's today? Is today Wednesday?
Yeah,
It's
next
still
Wednesday,
Wednesday. Yep.
Mhm.
All right. We'll be back next Wednesday with more Section 10. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Anyone have a final thought? No?
I do.
God.
Fun fact: Steve has smelled like shit his entire life. Every
Oh,
single time I've been
whoa,
around him.
whoa,
That's
get
it.
out of
here! Get out of here!
See?
That was crazy.
Oh,
You just
he
knew
couldn't
he
even
was-
say it. He
yeah.
couldn't even say it.
You just knew he was hurt. He's hurt. He's hurt. I almost don't want to suspend him for that. I mean, he can't say that. He had to go in the box. But
I
I
know.
feel bad for T. I feel bad for him.
I shouldn't have even said it. I no disrespect. I thought
You
I
did
cleared
say
that.
no disrespect. So,
Yeah.
yeah. It is what it is. I think Tyler
Yeah.
will be back bigger, badder, stronger.
And it was only once.
It was only one time. Yeah. And I even said I was there that day. I didn't smell you, T. I thought
Yeah,
you
it's
smelled good that day.
I appreciate Steve being honest.
Yeah.
I'm just being honest here.
Just
yeah.
being honest. Yeah.
I wish Jake was at home so Eamon could come into the room and go, "You smell good, Tate."
You smell
good,
good. I smelled you, T. You were great, T.
Yeah.
Like Texas, I would have understood. I was sweating balls 24/7.
No, you didn't
we're
smell
done.
bad in Texas.
We're done. We're done.
Well, all right. We'll be back next week. Signing off saying, "Ba-doop, doop, doop."
Buenas noches, amigos.